Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.
Welcome to another episode of Beyond Beats and Culture. I'm your host, the cultural commentator, Chase the Dark Sage, here with my co-host.
T.
And we're back with another episode of Hip Hop Goodness. And we got a good amount of stuff on our plate. Some new albums coming out, like Will Smith, the Underachievers, Shay, a whole bunch of Uzi songs leaking. We also got Tank talking about him wanting to create an R&B award show. UMG finally filing a motion against Drake, which we've been kind of waiting for because it's an easy alley-oop, kind of. Kendrick Lamar's The Pimp a Butterfly 10-year anniversary. Tupac's Me Against the World 30-year anniversary. Kendrick, the Hypocrite, and Carti's album Living Up to the Hype. Before we get into it, make sure you like the video and hit the subscribe if you have not already. To see more hip-hop goodness in your feed, make sure you come over to the YouTube version because this show is available on all DSPs, but you want to make sure you come to the YouTube because this is where the daily clips come out, where we come out with so many clips and videos, and even our solo shows with Let's Have the Conversation and Dark Sages Interlude, where we talk about some of the niches that we just cannot fit on the actual show itself. But make sure to look at the description to see what we're talking about. If you want to skip to a certain point, we do have timestamps in there. That way you can skip to a certain point. But if you don't want to wait for that, go ahead and go onto the channel. We'll probably have the clip up sooner or later sometime this week as well. And make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms. And if you are up and coming artists, check the Google form in the link in the description. That way you could potentially submit your project and we potentially review/talk about it. But today we have a lot of our plate. Without further ado, B, how have you been since the last episode?
I mean, all right, B, been a little, man, just a little stressed, man, with this house hunting. B, oh my God. This is it's exciting. You know, it's a little bit fun, but it's stressful because you get to thinking about all type of things you never even thought about when it comes to like buying a home, when it comes to just proximity to like workplace, to hospitals, to ERs, food in the areas, schools, all this type of stuff. I'm like, man, I don't know if I want to be an adult no more, B. I look at my son like, do he have to go to school? You know what I'm saying? But what's so dope at one of the communities we went and looked at yesterday, B, it's a school that's brand new school, just built right across the street. I was like, a plus. But other than that, man, that's all I've been up to, B. What about yourself, man?
I've been all right. I've been working my butt off a lot. Been trying to listen to music. But I did see the Luther Vandross documentary finally last night on HBO Max. Shout out to HBO Max. Really good documentary. Really solid documentary. Made me really think. Top 5 vocalists of all time in Black culture.
B. Maybe
I don't know
not even in Black culture, bro.
I say Black culture because I don't listen to all the other music.
It's because B. They the ones that don't mention Luther for some reason, but no, Luther.
They talked about that in the documentary because he wanted the number one single. So there's certain things where it's like, watching a documentary like that and seeing how like Luther Vandross himself, he wanted a Grammy so bad. He wanted the number one single so bad. He wanted that crossover appeal so bad. And a lot of us hip hop fans always talk about, we don't care about that. We don't care about that. And it's like, yeah, but I'd rather that win for the artist if they can get it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a metric that we really care about in terms of talking about the music. But if it happens for the artist, it's still a good thing, though. Which is something, like I said, we've talked about before, but
because it's like different. When it comes to like pop stars, singers, R&B singers and stuff, when they want to be, rewarded for their work. Also, hip hop artists as well, but you gotta understand we're more rebellious. Hip hop was like a F the system type of thing.
Yeah, I'm about to say it was built on rebellion.
Yeah. So that's why it's hard for it to be like accepting the awards. Like we look at it like, nobody care about those numbers. You know what I'm saying? We just want to put out that hard-ish. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then also, I'm just thinking, I'm like, ain't a lot of people that can mess with Luther vocally.
Bro.
I'm like, that boy can go in the high octave and the low octave. And I'm like, God damn. I'm like, I don't know anyone in R&B now that could do stuff like that. It just made me really look at R&B in today's state. And I'm just like, we really don't have like that generational voice or talent like we did back then. We had Aretha Franklin's. We had Dionne Warwick.
Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston's. We had so many
Stevie
people.
Wonder.
I didn't even know there was like a Philly era of like R&B.
Philly R&B.
I knew some of the songs, but I didn't know like that era. So just looking back at that stuff, and
Frankie
like
Beverly and Maze, Philly, all that,
course,
bro.
classic.
Man.
But it's just it just makes me like just look back like, dang, like we really don't have these type of talents or voices in R&B now. So it's like I don't know. I thought about one of those things where I'm like, which one has gone down in quality in terms of like, okay, there's some things we could pass over here, but there's some things we can't pass. You know how with rappers, we'll accept the rappers who don't rap, but we also in R&B now accept R&B singers who can't
They don't
sing.
sing. B, music as a whole went down in quality. Yes, it's
Yeah,
good
but you know,
music out
I
there.
can't speak to other genres because you know I don't
I,
listen. So that's why I always say those two.
excuse me. I can speak for them, even though I don't listen to everything, but you could speak for it, bro. Like we can see it across
Hmm.
the board.
Hmm.
Even like the old heads that's in the rock and all this, those musicians, they talk about it as well, bro. It's on a decline, but I think it's because things got diluted. It get watered down throughout
Hmm.
time. You know,
Hmm.
it is what it is. And once you accept a certain thing, you know, that's why people are not against gatekeeping. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
In certain genres and stuff like that. But hey, B, it's the music industry. It is what it
Yeah,
is. You don't
yeah.
even. I remember back in the day. If you go back and you look at all these songs, you could put cover for cover like R&B songs. Yeah, all these R&B artists, soul singers doing covers of other like genres of music and doing different redemptions of it. You don't even see that no more. Like, come on, bro. They not even showcasing that talent no
Well,
more.
nah, didn't Beyonce recently do that on Cowboy Carter B?
What? Jolene, Jolene. Get that out of here. That was country.
Oh my gosh. I saw someone on Twitter recently also say like Beyonce is the Michael Jackson of this era.
I
I just
think
didn't think about that one.
you don't think it's Taylor Swift? You don't think it's Taylor Swift, bro?
Mm. I
Or
don't
is it
know. I
because
guess they meant like a.
numbers wise it's not Beyonce. Performance and yes, Beyonce can perform,
Mhm.
but like Taylor Swift is like the biggest. And I don't know.
I don't know. I just started thinking
That
that
could be
because
a
you know
little controversial, baby,
every time
because
I see the Thriller album, best selling album of all time, I'm just like,
yeah,
who can have that now? Like who in this generation can really have that now?
Taylor Swift.
Mm,
She
I
the
don't think
only
I'd have
one
to
that
dis.
she does crazy numbers, B.
No, no, I acknowledge that.
Mhm.
Taylor's in her own like she's almost that Beyonce. Well, I'm not almost. She's that Beyonce level to where it's like it's just Taylor Swift. Like it don't care what genre.
Mhm.
It's Taylor Swift.
If Rihanna put out more music, and I think Rihanna could, I'm not saying I'm saying numbers wise, she do a lot. You know what I'm saying? But she's not as a great of a performer. If you go performer, I think that Beyonce is like that Michael Jackson. You know,
Hmm.
she puts up numbers too, but I'm saying I think Taylor Swift just has a bigger fan base. Of course, you know, her audience
So who
is
would you think out of
fair
those is
skinned.
the closest to, closest to a Michael Jackson
Michael
then?
Jackson. Oh, I say a Beyonce. I guess. I don't know.
And if we including sales, performance,
Mm-hmm. We'll
vocally,
say that. Yeah.
you say Beyonce?
I say Beyonce. I give him that.
Mm.
Cause Taylor Swift not performing, like
Yeah.
dancing and
She looks like that
singing
Bob's
and
Burger gift character where she
yeah,
does
yeah,
like
yeah.
that little
Nah.
thing with her back.
If the weekend could dance, remember he used to try to do the little Michael Jackson dance, but look bad up there.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Mm-mm,
yo,
mm-mm,
yo, Abel,
mm-mm.
chill.
Yeah.
But
But B,
I don't know.
besides all that, what have you been jamming since the last episode?
Nothing. Well, one album I listened to over the weekend, it was Pig the Gemini. 454's younger sister. She puts out Lover Girl. I think it came out in February. But I just got hip to it. I didn't know it came out till a few days ago. And it's, you know, seven songs, 16 minutes. If you're familiar with 454, it's kind of the same thing, but she's on her Lover Girl stuff, you know what I mean? I think, she's a little, she's about not a little, but I think she's a lesbian, you know what I mean? She talk
Hmm.
about
Hmm.
her relationship with these women out here and how she the lover girl, telling all these women how much she what she could do for them and things like that.
Hmm.
And it's like it's this whole new jerk era that's going on that it's not the jerk that we knew, like the California, you a jerk.
That's
But
all.
it's the hot, but it's the hot, like the up tempo beats, kind of like who's rapping on these type of beats. It's a lot of the guys doing it, but a lot of the guys like in the underground do it. But it's
What
these
underground?
fast paced beats. The underground, like Who could I give you?
Like not the
Because you
West
never
Side
listen to.
Gun.
No, no, not like them. Like the kids.
Mm,
You ever listen to that Father song that I told you
I
about?
forgot the Jim Legacy thing. Mm-mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You ever listen to? You never listen to 454, right?
I've
I
only heard
played
him on
you a
the
song.
Mike album, I think.
Yeah, but yeah, well, it's some of that type of stuff, man. Not, but it's like that up tempo, and little samples, and it's cool. I liked it. I go back to it because I like her voice. I think her voice worked well with that type of production. But it's like it's a little niche. I want to look more into this jerk movement because I'm like, where they get the jerk from? Like, I mean, so I don't know. If you guys haven't checked it out, I say check it out. If you familiar with the jerk movement that's going on, I just don't understand it. I guess I think I'm too young. I mean, say young. I'm too old. Like I don't understand what is jerk. What it come from the jerk sound? Because I listened to 454 when he dropped in like 2021. I didn't know that was considered like the new jerk era. I don't know. I don't know what they mean by that. I'm gonna do some research on that. But Pig the Gemini, Love a Girl. If you guys into 454 or into the new jerk movement, check it out. See what y'all think about it. I think it's some good songs on there, and it's not gonna waste your time. You know what I mean? It's 16 minutes. You know what I mean? And you're gonna get some stuff you might enjoy out of that. But yeah, that's my only album this week.
I only listened to two albums this week. Blackstreet's self-titled debut album, Blackstreet, and Tweet's Southern Hummingbird. Like I said, trying to do my R&B deep dives and just going back on some of these projects. Blackstreet, this is the first time I heard their full project. Obviously, they got classic songs, big songs within the hip hop range. I heard this album. I'm thinking I was gonna get more of like what the singles was like, especially like dang. Before I let you go, before I let you go, can I get
Yeah.
it good? See, I thought I was gonna get more of that. First half of the
Mm-hmm.
album, I'm like, what are we doing here? But then when we got to that
Mm-hmm.
second half of the album, I'm like, oh, I'm in my baggy right now. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Blackstreet, it definitely took me a while because there were some songs I was picking and choosing from the first half. I'm like, this is cool, this is cool. It's not really what I'm looking for. Like I said, that
Yeah.
second half though, oh my gosh, I was liking every single thing that was coming out of them. And then my next album and last album I listened to, Tweets Southern Hummingbird. I guess this is one of those things where it was like kind of like under the radar because I knew of Tweet, but I never like really heard people bring her up in discussions, bring this album up in
Mm-hmm.
discussions. So I want to go check it out. Has some Timbaland production on there, some Missy Elliott production. She was in that neo soul era or neo
Mm-hmm.
soul subgenre, and I thought this was a really solid body of work, production wise. Vocally, she was all the way there for me. I'm just wondering why more people don't talk about this, but I guess she just really
Mm-hmm.
wasn't a big name during that time. And also, neo soul, I feel like if you weren't one of the big names, you kind of like fell under the rug, where a lot of people either don't remember you or talk about you because I just feel like neo soul was that subgenre that is loved and respected highly, but it's like a niche. So it's like it wasn't super mainstream unless you were one of
Mm-hmm.
those mainstream artists itself. But yeah, Tweet Southern Hummingbird. It's about over an hour, 17 tracks.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy like every song except for like the remix song that she had at the end. I think with like Missy Elliott and Timbaland. I forgot what the remix song was, but that was the only one I really didn't enjoy like that. But besides that, I'm like, oh yeah, you and your bag, Tweet. This is a good album.
Mm-hmm.
Now her other projects, I'm always afraid like when I hear a really solid album and I want to
To
listen to
go
more of their
down.
discography, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want like I might just keep it right here. But like I saw this on the list of like the top 20 or 50 R&B albums of the 2000s, and this was one of them. So I was like, yeah, I gotta check this out. But yeah, Tweet's
Yes.
Southern Hummingbird and Blackstreet's self-titled album. That one was a bit disappointing for me, but that last half won me over. But yeah,
Right.
that's all I was jamming this weekend. I didn't jam too much, B.
Yeah. I
I
have
kept
one.
it light.
Hey, I've kept it real light. I have one song that I'm gonna talk about. It's from one of my childhood friends, bro. Like he's been rapping for years, and sometimes I peek in and check on him, like to see what he doing musically. And he put out a single, I think it was in January, late January, called "Let Me Do My Dance." And he goes by Osa Boone. He put out like a mix, not a mixtape, but an album in 2023. I don't know if he's working on something, but I know I saw he had like an interview with some people around, in Texas locally, and he gets in his bag. He gets into like a little street rap. Uh, he has a really unique voice when it comes to like him hopping on these beats, bro. He be catching some pockets, man. He kind of like this one. I was like, hold up, oh, I see you. You know what I mean? We ain't talked in years, bro. And I just thought about it, I'm like, man, I know he been making music, but like this was I actually rock with it. I wanna check out his album he put out. I put it on my Apple Music, but his name he go by Osa Boone. It's called Let Me Do My Dance. And like it's a little vibey, B. Not like vibey in a way of like, melodic, but like vibey and like, he catching the pocket, he rapping, he in there tight. You know what I mean? But he hails
Pause
from
on that.
Bryan, Texas. He hails from Bryan, Texas, bro. He rep Bryan. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Bryan. You ever heard of Bryan, Texas, B?
Mm-hmm.
College Station area. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. But yeah, if any of you guys want to check out Oso Boom, check
Is
him
it
out. I think it's
OSABOONE?
Osa Boom, Boone.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, check him out, man. I'm gonna have to give this little single another spin, and I'm gonna check out his album he put out in 2023. Support the homie, man. Last time I talked to him, he was like, "Hey, yo, Tevin, you got some beats?" Like, man, I don't even make beats no more, man. That's crazy. It's crazy. But look at me now, B. I'm talking about the music. You know what I mean? I'm doing them justice now. I'm gonna, talk about his project his single on here.
Hey,
Even
you
though
don't
we ain't
make
talked
beats
in
no
years.
more. I don't write lyrics no more.
Yeah,
We
no.
just both
Hey,
washed.
I know we ain't talked in a while, bro. Hey, still love you, man. Just stay up, bro. I heard you had a kid. If you ever see this, I might just send it to him.
Mm.
Congratulations on fatherhood, bro. But yeah,
Mhm.
B,
All
we
right.
washed up, B.
Yeah, we're washed. But that's been it for another part of what we've been jamming. Just to give y'all some of the stuff that we've been listening to recently. Let us know what y'all been jamming down in the comment section down below. But now it's time to get on to the news section of the show where we talk about music releases and announcements and news and current events. But let's go ahead and start off with the music releases and announcements. The Underachievers finally coming out with an album, Homecoming, April 18th. It has been a while since I heard
Whew.
new Underachievers music. Last time I heard them, I believe it was on the Beast Coast mixtape or album, whatever that was.
Mhm.
But last year I actually revisited their mixtape. I forgot the name of it. I think it was called Indigoism. This was something that my homie Tabs put me on back in high school. But yeah, Underachievers is one of those groups that I feel like not many people talk about. But to see that they are coming out with an album soon in April, and people were kind of
Mhm.
like hyped for it, I'm kind of happy to see that there's more people that actually like the Underachievers. How you feel about this?
B, I don't know. I never was an Underachiever fan back then, back in the blog era. They had some stuff, I heard a few of their songs and things like that, but they never grabbed me. I more kind of gravitated more to the pro era and a little bit of Flatbush
Flatbush
Zombies because
Zombies?
that. But I never really got into Underachievers no more. Tabs, is that the one that was on the old pod one time?
I don't think so.
Who was the tall, dark skinned dude? Huh?
Wait, he was on the episode?
He came to the
He was on
crib,
the
B.
episode?
Yeah, he came over. Y'all went
Okay,
to
that
high
might
school
have been
together?
him. Okay.
Y'all went
Yeah.
to high school together too? Okay. Is Tabs African? What is he?
Yeah. That's on. Nah, I don't know. We
Oh,
never
yo, no.
talked about that. That's something that we never talked about in high school because
Right. Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
also never heard him have like an accent or anything. So I was
He
like, I
don't.
don't
I'm
know.
just saying. I just thought,
Yeah,
like
shout
in
out to
his
Taz. If he
background.
ever watches this or if he sees this, man,
No,
shout out
Tabs
to him.
was cool, bro. I met him a few
I didn't know
times,
you
B.
knew him. I didn't know he was on that.
Yeah. I ran into him a
You
few
did?
times when we went up on campus. Yeah. And then he actually came up on the pod one
Okay,
time.
so maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, see, I gotta go back. You gotta send me that link or something.
Okay, I'm
We're
gonna
not
see
gonna
if I
send
can
y'all the
find
link,
it.
but you gonna have to send
Right,
me that
right,
link
right,
later.
right, right.
So, yeah. But next thing we have releasing Will Smith based on a true story, March 28th. That's in like what next week, B?
I'm ready. This something I'm ready for, B. We need another,
Yeah.
we need some more old head in the chamber. Come on, B.
We do because do we have any old head in the chamber
From this year?
for this year?
I'm trying to think, B.
I don't think we have any.
Mm-mm.
I don't
I don't
think
think
we haven't
none.
reviewed many albums.
Mm-mm. Especially we ain't got no
So
old
this
heads
would be
yet.
like what the first old head review that we have.
And
Yeah.
this
So
a
Will
long
Smith based
waited.
on true story. I'm yeah, I'm ready to see where this goes.
Hey, B, you think he gonna bring up the
But
the situation? What they called it? entanglement. What they call it?
If he does, I don't. If he does, this will. I hope not. But I'm like, is it going to be a goofy album? Is this going to be a self-reflective album? What type of album is this going to be?
Oh no, B. We gonna see. We gonna see. We gonna see.
But
I'm
yeah,
ready for it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of excited.
all
I'm
right.
just saying.
I'm not excited. Hey, but shout out to Philly though. Next thing we
Mhm.
have Shay LVE March 16th. I was scraping the bottom of the barrel for this one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've heard
Shay.
some Shay before. Yeah, he's one of them underground artists, one of them underground TikTok artists. But he has a
Oh,
bit of a following though. I'm not
well,
hyped for this.
I thought it was what's it called, B? I thought it was a typo. I thought you meant Shay Noir.
No, no. There's CHE. But I like some of his
Okay.
singles they came out with a few years ago though. But when I went to one of his actual projects, I was like, yeah, this ain't for me. After that, 100 plus Lil Uzi songs have leaked. Have you listened to any of them?
No. You did, B?
I skimmed. I did the skim through it. I had to skim through it.
You had to skim through it? Okay,
I
okay.
think Drake was on one of the leaks for the At the Gates. I think that was the name of it. But I heard that Drake
Hmm.
did a pretty good performance. It sounded like he was talking about the beef. It's like he was foreshadowing the beef, but
Hmm.
or him losing the beef, which is crazy that you foreshadowing you losing. And lastly, Alchemist says he wants to work with Pluto, aka Future. How do you
Oh
feel about
yeah.
this? Because if he does that, I'm ready for it. I want to see
I,
how
I
this goes.
I want to see how it goes too. I'm very interested, bro. I want to see what package will he give, what pack he will give Future, and what bag will Future get into. I wonder will Future tap into his Hendrix, but not singing wise, but more, get into his more introspection, you know what I'm saying? Or he might talk his stuff, B, because Alchemist can give you some like not trappy beats, but like some, you know what I mean? Like some little, not ghetto tech. You know what I mean? I was about to say some ghetto tech. I don't know why I'm about to say ghetto tech, bro. I'm thinking of the Jay-Z song. That ghetto tech
Mm.
code. That
The only
ghetto
thing I can
tech
think
note.
of that it's like a mainstream sounding beat is that Lil Wayne's "You Ain't Got Nothing" or "You Ain't Got Nothing
Yeah,
on Me"
that
from
dun, dun,
Cardi
dun, dun,
3.
dun, dun. Yeah, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
That's
that's
hey,
on.
that's that heat.
Oh, I thought you were about to say something slanderous. Oh, I'll
Nah,
wait for
boy,
you.
that's that heat right there.
But yeah, besides that, nothing dropping this week that we know of. Last
I
week was
I
pretty
got
slim too.
I got one album, B, that I
What?
thought of. Shay Noir dropping Friday, B. She's dropping some. It's her and Superior. She's dropping an album called Seas in Babylon, her first album of the year. It's coming out, and she's dropping the vinyl pre-orders. So, hey, we gotta listen to that, B.
Yeah, we'll listen to it.
Yeah.
But god dang it, I
Hmm.
still ain't got my vinyl pre-order from her last album.
It
You
was a
putting out
pre-order.
another
It was a pre-order, B, and she putting out another one.
exactly. How you put another pre-order? I still ain't got my last
Hey,
one.
this
What?
order hasn't. Hey, this order haven't been fulfilled. You dropping another pre-order? Come on, man. Pre-order on
Facts.
pre-order, B.
Facts. This is crazy right now. But
Hey,
yeah, I
B.
guess we could
Welcome
check
to the
that out.
vinyl game. The underground vinyl game.
Diggers Factory, you will pay.
Ooh.
But yeah, that's about it for music that is releasing and announced and that has dropped. Let us know what y'all been listening to if y'all are hyped for any of this stuff as well. But in other words, let's go ahead and go on the hip hop news and current events. Scraping the bottom of the barrel for this one too. B not much
Yeah.
happening. Playboi Carti he took over this weekend.
Hmm.
Hank talks about him wanting to create an R&B award show, which I'm like, okay, I get this. But if we have something like this, should we also create a hip hop award show as well? Because he was talking about all the different niches and subgenres that are in R&B
We got a hip
that
hop award. BT Hip Hop Awards.
like I was saying, when it comes to the
We got the
R&B
hip
award
hop
show,
award, B. We've been having it for years. We have the ciphers, B. We have them every year.
well, let me say this. I mean more so like how Tank was talking about it. How
Okay,
each
okay.
subgenre kind of has each subgenre has its own category basically. Like he was
Mm,
like, oh, there's a traditional R&B, there's the progressive R&B,
mm.
there's the neo soul, stuff like that. He was
So
like,
that's not Soul
break
Train
down.
Awards? Oh no,
I didn't
can
even
you
know that was
just
still going.
let me see.
Yeah, but he was just talking about like how like Chris Brown shouldn't be competing with Robert Glasper of all people, like in the same award category because it's like
Hmm.
it's way two different things. Like he was like he put Chris Brown in like a progressive section where Robert Glasper would be more so in the traditional
That's
section.
true.
You know, it's just weird to like, which I get because it's like putting Doechii, Alligator Bites Never Heal, Metro Boomin's We Don't Trust You with Future, and Commons the Auditorium with Pete Rock. All those competing with each other, it's like it's weird.
The
So I kind
last
of get
the My
exactly what you're
bad. I
saying
was
with
just
the
want to say
ranking.
the last Soul Train Awards was in 2023, November 26th, hosted by Kiki Palmer. That was the last Soul Train Awards.
Did you watch
So,
it? I didn't.
boy, I ain't watched the Soul Train Awards since like my people's was like I think she was hosting it at the time. That's
Mm,
the last time we was watching them
mm.
to support. But other than that, mm-mm.
It's not for you, B.
So that had to be like, nah. I just don't watch award shows unless it's like a if it's like the Oscars or something, I'll be watching them. I don't watch the Grammys every year, you know what I mean? But I watch the Oscars like every year. That's it.
Yeah, I never really kept up with award shows until for the show because I really didn't
Hmm.
care. But back then, it was a thing that you'd watch it like back in middle school and high school though. So
Hmm.
yeah, but ever since I became adult, I really never really cared for award shows like that. Only thing I used to watch kind of was like the Crunchyroll award shows for anime and stuff like that. But that
Right.
was back when I was heavily into it. Um, but yeah, last piece of news we have is UMG finally filing a motion for Drake's defamation lawsuit because I'm like, this is the easiest alley oop ever. Everybody's like, okay, why isn't UMG? The whole thing where Drake was
Everybody
saying,
been
well,
saying
Drake
this. Yeah.
was saying this exactly. It's like, why? I'm like Drake. Everybody's like Drake. You said some defaming things too, right? And everybody's like, why
Hmm.
is the UMG finally not like not filing a motion against that? And now they're finally doing it
Hmm.
to dismiss Drake's defamation lawsuit, not really, trying to actually
Hmm.
counter arguing that he willingly engaged in a rap battle, widely considered a loss. Shout out to Kirko for this. Instead of accepting the
Hmm.
loss like the unbothered rap artist he often claims to be, he has sued his own record label in a misguided attempt to salvage his wounds. In spring of 2024, two of the most popular artists, yada yada, when he felt that Lamar was taking too long to respond, Drake released a second recording, tailor made, in which he goaded Lamar to continue the public rap battle. Lamar did just that. One of the most successful recording artists of all time lost a rap battle that he provoked and in which he willingly participated.
And I like how they were saying he lost a rap battle. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Like that's hate. That's some good hate. You can't say that's some good hate
No,
right
that's some
there.
good hate.
That's some good hate.
Look, now we're getting into the
Loss.
legal
Yeah.
ramifications and political
Yeah, because
standings.
they didn't say, oh, they participated in the rap battle. No, he lost the rap battle.
You think they went on Twitter to get some of the takes that way they could be like compiling them together and be like boom, like yeah, come on Drake, you wanted this. Look, all the memes where people were like Drake asked for this, drop.
Drop.
You think UMG was like, oh, that's a good one, let's add that in there too.
I don't I don't even I don't I'm pretty sure they did just to get some information of like what the people thinking or just doing research. But it's kind of like plain and simple of a point of like, okay, you engaged in this rap battle, so you must had to say some disparaging things about the other artists as well if they did the same thing. So I'm like, yeah, it was just it's an alley hoop. It's like right there, like it's the easiest. It's a
Mhm.
layup, not an alley hoop.
Yeah.
It's a layup,
But B, come on, B. All Drake said to Kendrick was that he was short. Is that really a defamation, B? Is that really
bro.
defaming him?
Bro, he went and dug Tupac out the grave, bro, and had him rapping. So it's like he did too
He said, Kendrick,
much.
we need you.
We need you, the West Coast
West Coast save.
savior. No,
Oh,
bro.
oh man, I
Uh-uh.
actually like Taylor made freestyle, man. I just wish he would have done it in his
I
own voice.
do. I do. If he would have just cut the whole Tupac and Snoop part, I understand what it was for, but that's the only stuff I didn't like. I like the other part. I'm about to get. I'm about to. What did he say? I'm about to get on the game and just let my biles loose or whatever he said. Was he about to on everybody?
You in that apartment, cooking up those triple double
Triple
entendres.
entendres. You know what I'm saying? No, Drake, when Drake was like very confident doing that. Then the last time he put out a diss, he was talking at the end. It's so good to get the pen working.
Oh, it's good to
So
get back out.
funny.
Working. He
Why
was
is
going.
that so
B,
funny, B?
B. It's like when you see someone get punched in their mouth, they get back up. Sometimes it's good to get back in the ring and just spar a little bit.
I'll be like, oh, that didn't even hurt. Like, come on, I got you. You know what I'm saying? That didn't even hurt me. That's pretty much what he said. Oh, that didn't even hurt. Watch. That didn't even hurt. You just, hey, hold up, wait. I'll be back.
Man, I can't even keep focusing on that, man. I'm just feeding your nature.
It's like that one video of Desi with homie, he was like, oh, if I fight you though, his homie was pushing him, throwing water on him. He was just like, see, man, I ain't even. It's such that, bro. It's so
I had a run-in like that at high school one time, and I'm just like, oh, because this guy, he was just messing with me, talking all this smack.
Right.
And the homies, we went to the lockers, and we was like, "Come on, what you gonna do?" Like, I'm over here goading him now. He's like, right. I'm not even gonna waste my time doing this.
Oh, hey, yeah,
room.
That happened to me before too. So many. No, bro. One dude, little story, bro. Like I slapped this dude, bro, in class, like in the middle of the class. And he was like, "All right, it's go time for me and Tevin after class, bro." Right after class, he gonna like, "Oh, you gonna get your big brother and go walk." I'm like, "Bro, I'm right here, big. Yeah, what are you talking about? With me and you, a mano y mano." Bro picked up his little suitcase and walked off. Yeah, Avis, I never forget. I'll never forget Avis. Smack the mess out of Avis, boy.
Oh man. But that's all the news we have for this week's episode. Let us know what you think about UMG's filing a motion and Tank's, vision of his award show that he
of his Soul Train Awards.
R&B awards, god dang it. Let us know what y'all think about that down in the comment section down below. But now it's time to get on to the actual portion of the show where we actually talk about the thing that a lot of other hip-hop platforms don't, and that is the music itself. But we have Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly, the 10-year anniversary, and we got Tupac's Me Against the World, the 30-year anniversary. B, which one do you want to start off with first?
We can start off with Kendrick, man. Start off with Kendrick, bro, because we never talked about Pac. We talk about Kendrick mostly every week, so we can let's get him out the way because we're gonna talk about him a little more on
later
here.
on.
So yeah, so we can just split it up a little bit.
All right,
but
let's go ahead and talk about Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly 10-year anniversary. B, as someone who is first of all, I want to get this out the way. Is this a classic, B?
Yes.
I saw on Twitter this weekend that it's a cult classic. It goes from the same person I was sending you tweets about earlier.
Oh, he said bro. That kid. He said it was a cult classic.
Yeah, he said it's not a classic. He said Good Kid, Mad City is the classic. He said this is a cult classic, guys. Like, come on, like this isn't a classic.
I think this is a classic, bro.
I do as well. Quality of music, rapping performance,
concepts.
Concepts thematically. I think this album has everything. It even has the radio friendly songs. It has really great songwriting. This is one of the few times on this channel that you will see me glaze a Kendrick album. But I will admit, B.
Yeah.
I didn't like this album like that back then.
Nuh-uh.
I did not. I wasn't on this type of timing. I was in college. I was a freshman. All this blackety black woke stuff, I don't give a F about that. I didn't. I listened to this. I'm like, oh, new Kendrick Lamar after Good Kid, Mad City. I said, oh, I'm hyped. I listen to this. I'm like, what the F is this?
What is this?
I'm like, what am I listening to right now? Now I like the song King Kunta. I like the song These Walls. I'm talking about back then. I love everything now.
Yeah.
I liked All Right. I thought it was cool, even though I thought All Right was a bit corny back then. But actually going back to this album, even though, I re-listened to this album a few years after that, back when we was vinyl collecting. And, I really saw. I'm like, okay, I had to put my respect on this album. Like I was tripping when I was younger, but I was younger though, so that's that's an excuse. That's a good excuse. I was younger. I wasn't ready for this type of stuff. But going into this album right here, first off, to start off with Wesley's Theory, having that little funk in there with George Clinton and Thundercat. Oh my god, what are we doing?
Every nigga is a star.
The way that Kendrick was flowing on there. Nah, this is I don't know, B. This might be my favorite Kendrick intro to an album.
Mm-hmm.
But then we got the next track for free, which I thought it was cool, especially as an interlude. I'm glad. It feels like that spoken word type thing happening right here. I thought this was cool. I didn't have no problem with this song. I know some people kind of use this as a meme back then, which it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got the first single. Oh, I don't know if this is the first single, but we had the first single on the actual track list. King
Mm-hmm.
Kunta. Thought it was cool. I was like, all right, I enjoy this now. It's a little bump.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bop. But
Mm-hmm.
it's not my favorite song on here. Then we get Institutionalized, which I love this song. And to
Yeah.
me, every time I hear this song, I don't know why I think of FD Signifier's videos because he be having this instrumental in the background, some of his videos right here. But also it reminds me of that era of hip hop when people had this instrumental in the background of their videos too. But yeah, I like the fact that Snoop Dogg doesn't really have a verse on here because but Bilal did a good
Narrating.
job. Analyze did a good job. Yeah. These walls, phenomenal song. Every time I hear that song,
Amazing.
I'm like, oh my gosh. Then the
If this was
perspectives
a song.
of him talking about like I guess the walls in different situations. I'm like, oh yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
love this. Uh
The
You
interior
is a
was pink.
song. You is cool. I thought you was cool.
You was probably like
I'm not gonna
one of my favorites, like
is you
Kendrick songs. I'll
like
talk about
top
it.
five for you?
More of a personal thing. Yeah, not by like, oh, this, but like writing, introspection, topic.
Mm.
Yeah.
Would you put this up there with Sing for Me, Dying of Thirst? Sing
Yeah,
about me,
I
Dying of
think
Thirst?
so. This is very like this was a really good song.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just heavy.
Uh, then we got All Right, which I think is cool in the context of the album. Then we get For Sale, the interlude. Then we
Hmm.
get Mama. I really like Mama. Mama is probably one
Yeah.
of my top five favorite songs on this project. To me, this is where like my favorite songs start coming together on this project, and it just starts going back to
Hmm.
back. Mama, Hood Politics. First of all, his rapping performance on Hood Politics is crazy to me. One of his best rapping performances
Hmm.
for me. How much a dollar cost? James Fauntleroy, Ronald Isley. Ooh, Ronald Isley singing on here though.
That
We just brought
production on
that.
that, bro, is insane.
I agree. Then we get Complexion with a great Rhapsody verse. Oh
Oh, I
my
love how she
God.
ended that.
And then he told Rhapsody to come in. Which one is the song where he talks about Killer Mike? Oh, if y'all say, oh, that was hip politics. So he's like, oh, if y'all really wanted real hip hop, Killer Mike will have a Grammy or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Then we get the Black of the Berry, which, oh my God, this is a great song as well.
So
Then You
hard.
Ain't Gotta Lie. This is where my favorite run of the album actually stops right here. You Ain't Gotta Lie. And then we got
Hmm.
I Love Myself. I kind of thought that was
Yeah.
corny too. I get it though.
Hmm.
I get it. For me, it's corny, but I get
Hmm.
it though. Then we get Mortal Man, which I love the beginning. I love the album. I mean, I love the song until it gets to that him talking to Pac. For me, I don't care for that.
Yeah,
I
you could
get
you
it.
could
I get it. I'm not saying it's a bit of glaze, but I get it though.
hmm
I get it. People will allow the glaze when they deem that the person is worth the glaze. For me
hmm
personally, I get the conversation. He's talking to what, like an interviewed version of Pac from some interview.
hmm
I don't know what interview it is specifically, so
It
I
was
can't.
like a overseas interview, I believe. I could be wrong. But it was one
Yeah,
that wasn't like a really popular Tupac interview. Because a lot of the
yeah,
Tupac interviews are like this one caught me off guard. We're gonna talk about it, but yeah, it was like one that wasn't that big as big.
but yeah. Going through the whole track list for me, like I said, my favorite run is from like Mama all the way to You Ain't Gotta Lie. I
Hmm.
love that. But B, go ahead and let's go through your. How do you feel about
Oh,
this?
oh man. I think this is Kendrick's more magnum opus. I always thought this was his best work. I just because I think it's, even if you want to go to him being older with Mr. Morale, him speaking of therapy, but this is when he was, dealing with a lot of survivor's guilt. You know what I'm saying? Being traveling, touring, and bringing some of his friends around. So, musically, this was just production just spoke to me. Because at the time I was really into Flying Lotus, Thundercat. I was into a lot of these guys. Even I think Bilal put out an album that year or a year after. But this was just in my wheelhouse at the time. I was just tapped into a lot of this stuff and like Wesley's theories, bro, like that sample from Boris Gardner. Like, come on, dog. Just it just brings you in, like what's he gonna give you? And then like you said, the beat switch, you go into this more funk. So boom, that's that Cali. And then even for free, dope little interlude and rapping on that. And and just the concept of like, he's bringing in a lot of like, problems with black people in America. Things he was like bringing their own homies to the White House, talking about Uncle Sam. Y'all, this it's not free no more. You just can't have me working for y'all for free no more. You know what I mean? And just King Kunta. I love that song. I heard it goes crazy in the West Coast. I heard like that because like bro doing a pop out, they went crazy when that came on, bro.
Mhm.
They was doing it, you know what I mean? So I think that's what
Mhm.
they get a little gangstified to that, you know what I'm saying? But institutionalized was like really spoke to me, especially at that time. I'm like when this album came out, you know, I'm a few years out of high school. I have friends that's getting into trouble. I got friends that's, you know, some that's trying to do like good things, but they still hanging out with some guys that's kind of like, doing a little tripping. And I just started thinking like Kendrick still being connected to his homies, and also now he's in the industry and he has to bring these people around, some of his new peers, but they looking at them like food, like, hey, hold up, bro, like, hold up. And he kind of like, man, I want to be so down and have my people around me, but I also have to like disconnect from a while because like Granny told me, you know what I'm saying? Some of these people, it just is what it is. But you want to be still connected to your homies from
To
back
your
home.
roots.
But sometimes,
Mhm.
yeah, sometimes you gotta let them go. And I love that song. Like it's These Walls, like amazing song. Just from each wall you want to talk about. You know what I mean? What he was
Mhm.
bringing, even like when he talked about the poem, and you can put that in a different concept. And then you is just a song, man, that I really love because like it speaks on like your inner thoughts, like what you feel about yourself, and him getting that stuff off, talking about like how his best friend died, and then he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna watch your little brother." Then the brother died. Like, well, not did he say the brother died? Oh, the best friend died, and he was like, because he was just speaking on like, oh, he FaceTimed him one time, and he's just like, that's all you did, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And he was like, you thought he was gonna live, but he didn't live, and just dealing with that type of stuff because I don't know. It just more a lot of this stuff was more especially during the times like I said, like I had family back home getting into stuff and them also saying that yo, since I left, they can't be on a straight, head, they head now they don't got that they don't have
They're
that
on
person
the
to keep them
swivel.
kind of balanced. Yeah, they don't got that person to kind of keep a balance with them. So that kind of made you like that made me like connect with him on that. And then speaking on some of your insecurities and like, oh, you're not as good as you think you is. It's like it's that whole, we're gonna talk about hypocrisy and stuff like that. Which,
Yeah, yeah,
Kendrick
yeah.
try to battle with this is more of like duality of a man. Like, okay, I can do this and do that, and I can feel this way, feel that way. Then you look at yourself like, damn, like I'm really ain't ish. You know what I'm saying? So then you go into all right, which still keeps up on this theme of like, all right, man, all this stuff we going through, he kind of made it like it became like a cultural song, especially like it
Mhm.
came be like a riot song, like we gonna be all right. Like I always love that song. Why you thought it was a corny song? Why you thought it was a corny song? I always liked it. I just thought it was.
Back then, I was just like,
You think it's because of the whole movement that was going on, like BLM and how they was using it, or
I,
what?
I
What you
think,
think?
in some aspects, yeah, because I just thought a lot of the things, especially the whole BLM, the
Hmm.
actual group itself, not like the actual movement,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
the
the
group
the, the
itself.
the the movement. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I want to make that very clear.
yeah,
I just thought I was like, mm. Like, it was
yeah,
just like it felt not fluffy, but when you just hit we gonna be all right, I'm like, Negro, I know I'm gonna be all right. Like you ain't gotta tell
yeah,
me that. Like I guess it's my thing. Like, who are you to tell
yeah.
me that?
But in the
But
context
also,
of the
I
album,
really wasn't with a lot of this, back
yeah,
then. I really wasn't a
hmm,
lot with a lot of this because I'm just like,
you didn't
mm,
understand it like that.
that, and I just really it didn't resonate with me because I just wasn't on that type of timing back then.
I feel you. And
I
in the
was
context of
young,
the
I was in
album,
school. I had other stuff to
yeah,
worry about.
facts. I feel you. And in the concept of the album, him speaking of like you see that from you, he was going through some stuff, and then also having "We Gonna Be All Right" is like also like an uplifter for him as well. Like I'm gonna get
Yeah.
through this. And then for
Especially with
sale,
saying
we
loving
know
you
it's
is complicated.
right. And for sale is the whole devil Lucy America theme. You know, it's cool. It's not like my favorite, but like some when it comes to like the subject matter, I like it. But like song wise, it's not like my favorite. And like Mama is
Mhm.
like a song I like. I cried for tears of joy because one of my guys got a placement and I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? I was a
Mhm.
huge Knowledge fan since the Bandcamp days, 2011, 2012. And me knowing this beat and hearing it like made me. I remember the first time I heard it, freaked me out. Like Knowledge got a placement on a Kendrick Lamar album, bro. It freaked me out. Like, yo, this is so dope.
So
So
when you
just
heard this beat, was this an older Knowledge beat?
yeah, it's an older Nas beat. It's been on one of his beat tapes. So it
Mm.
was just so dope hearing that and also enjoying the song as well. 'Cause I think it's a really good song. Hood
Mhm.
Politics, like you said, dope rapping. It's a dope song. How much a dollar cost is like, man, I just love the like Run Osley at the end when he had his little it's like it just brings you in because the production already brings you in. It feels like Kendrick telling you this story about meeting a homeless man, ask for a
Mhm.
dollar. It just the production on top of that, it
Mhm.
just makes a perfect song. Like and then Run Isley at the end, how he was getting his bag, and I was like, ooh, like
Mhm.
this is so dope. Like this is an album I go back to, every so often. So I listened to it once today, and I listened to it Friday, and just hearing it, bro, just like, dang, I always think I'm like, him being what 27 when this dropped? I want to say 27, 26, 27, writing this stuff. It just puts you in a different, like, man, like this right here, be. Sometimes you put out your best work when you're a little younger, you know what I mean? Because like, I'm just saying, this is some. I think this is him at his like uh best when it came to like putting the message out there, making a
Mhm.
dope song, and
Mhm.
also not taking back your artistry or whatever. Like not
Mhm.
trying to like. I feel like he pushed it, especially with some of the producers he was working with. And then complexion, another super dope. I love this song. It's a to me, it kind of feel good in a way. I don't know if you get that feeling from that beat.
Mhm.
Complexion, and then like you said, Rhapsody
It to
finished
me,
it
it
off
was
really
like
well.
really smooth. Yeah.
Yeah, like a solo, yeah. And then uh,
Complexion.
and then you hit you with Black of the Berry, was just like very aggressive. You got I don't know who's the guy on the hook, but I'm pretty sure he's a reggae artist or something. Right?
Mhm.
That aggression, I'm black of this, I'm black of that, and you feel that coming from complexion, and then going to You Ain't Gotta Lie, kind of real smooth track. I love You Ain't Gotta Lie because it's really smooth. Have You ain't gotta lie to kick it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Dope track. And then I loved and I like that he made a live version of it and how he, the lot like he doing a live performance. And it also had like this like message of like it's like same thing with You and All Right, and then going to I being, like us as well. Like, bro, like it's so much stuff we got going on, and y'all trying to fight at this concert. Y'all doing. It's other stuff we need to worry about, especially during the times of like the uprising of like Black America at the
Mhm.
time. It was crazy. He had his little speech, got into his little hotel movement. Negus. What he say? Negus. You know what I mean?
Yes, this is the
He
origin of something. What did he
yeah, it's
say?
like from
He said Dave
Ethiopia.
Free told me, he said, don't say F
Don't say
Negroes,
F
because
nigga. Cause
when I say
who
F
supposed to fuck?
Negroes, hear what yeah. I was just
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. So he got into his hotel bag. I'm like, all right, I see you, Kendrick. Cause I was really in my power like during that time, bro. You couldn't tell me nothing, boy. I was I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. I'm better. Black. I was super like that around that time. And then Mortal Man, really dope track as well. And then just hearing it for the first time back in the day, and just being like, wow, this is so dope how he ended it. It's because the concept of how the album was supposed to be called Tupac, like the acronym
Mhm.
for it, because it's gonna make To
Mhm.
Pimp a Caterpillar. Shout out to Dead in Hip Hop for that, brainstorming, doing their little thing. So that's why that interview at the end would have made more sense to people. It probably would have made people connect to it more. But I think he just left it out there like, yo, this is kind of a dope concept. Looking back at it, you could be like, I don't need this. But I didn't have to re-listen to it, but I did. I just to kind of be like, okay, it's still for some reason, it's still giving me a little chills. Cause like when it comes to Tupac, not like Kendrick, because it's just Tupac. With one thing about Tupac, we're gonna talk about on this album in a few minutes. It's just his voice, how he say stuff. You believe this man. Like you could tell, like, yo, I mean what I say. Even though he was a young man, like I said, he was young. We don't know what he would have been now. But whatever he said, he believed it, and he made sure, and like you could tell that he believed it as well. So like I know we made a video about like, yo, sometimes we gotta let him go. But I understand why the OGs hold on to Pac because he is a little different. He was a different person, you know what I mean? But
Mhm.
overall, man, this album right here is phenomenal. Be certified classic to me. Great body of work. I don't think it's any misses on here for me. I can play this album all the way through. It's just, I think conceptually, it's a really great album. Kendrick didn't reach his, his level of therapy yet, but he was kind of trying to use music as that platform. Him like songs like You, putting out stuff like that at that moment. That's a vulnerable thing. And I remember hearing that. As what 10 years ago, I was 21 when this came out. So man, I wasn't used to stuff like that, especially in this form. I don't know, because You is not like a song that, oh man, this beat is hard, stuff like that. Like this kind of, you listen to this, was like, loving you is complicated. It's like, come on, bro. This, like, what are you doing with your voice? Like, what is this? You know what I mean? But I don't know. I really love that song. Probably my favorite song on the album, just because the vulnerability, man, and just a lot of the subject matter on here it just spoke to me, and it's still to this day. I feel like this album aged gracefully. I think it got better, and then I think it'll continue to get better with time, in my opinion. So yeah.
For me, thematically, this album is all the way there, especially
Hmm.
with the themes and the concepts that Kendrick Lamar goes for. I don't know. To me, this album, and I love the fact that Kendrick went so differently in a different path compared to Good Kid, Mad City. Because Good Kid, Mad City to me is more of like a conceptual album about his thoughts and what he
Hmm.
was thinking during that time
Hmm.
versus this is more so concepts of like what he's thinking, as an older adult, not really retelling
Hmm.
stories, but kind of like telling of his position right now as a rapper.
Now, yeah.
Obviously he has the fame right now, but certain things
Hmm.
like you said, he has the survivors guild where it's like, oh, I'm the one that made it. I'm the one that's doing this. All my homies are back
Hmm.
there. They
Hmm.
probably get some bad stuff over there.
Hmm.
Thematically, I think I'm all the way there with this. On a good day, I agree with you. There's no skips for me on this album at all. Like I can
Hmm.
listen to this album, and the one thing I want to say about You is to me even though it kind of feels crazy how you have the insecurity of like loving you
Hmm.
is complicated and things like that. To me, the beat kind of sounds like it makes me claustrophobic in a way where it's
Yeah, it
like
wants you to feel that
like
way.
it's like
That's what I like about it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
But
The
I also love
uncomfortability.
the fact, yeah, but I also love the
Hmm.
fact of some of these themes and concepts, especially him when he's speaking from different perspectives, like a song like
Hmm.
These Walls, where he's speaking,
Hmm.
about some,
Yeah, yeah.
some, but then he's also talking about some of the actions that these walls, quote unquote, could actually, if they could talk, this is what they would tell you what they've been seeing. So I do love those concepts. Hip Politics, like I said, is like the best rapping performance on here.
Hmm.
Complexion. I really love the actual production on here, especially the little funky
Hmm.
instrumentation that we really have on
Hmm.
this album right here, especially on songs like Institutionalized, Wesley's Theory, Complexion, How Much a Dollar Costs. It's cool. It feels like that triumphant song, so I don't have no problem
Hmm.
with it in terms of like it going into the album. But yeah, like I said, the
Hmm.
only thing for me, and even with a long run time, like 78 minutes and 51, 78 minutes, 51 seconds, that's
Hour
like what,
19.
hour and 18? Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. Every time I listen to this album, I didn't feel the runtime.
I never feel that either.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, you did a really good job, especially with sequencing the album and also making this a cohesive body of work because
Hmm.
it does feel like it's not a story, but it's like a journey going throughout this
So
whole
there, yeah.
project.
Hmm.
But also, there's
And
some things I like on this project versus Good Kid, Mad City. Where Good Kid, Mad City, I feel like I gotta start at the beginning of the story. Versus if I start one song, I feel like I'm randomly being thrown into the song,
hmm.
especially with it's being attached to the song. Here, I can listen to one of these songs, and I don't have to go through the whole album to listen to one of these songs right here. So I think
Yeah.
these are better standalone songs, but also conceptually and thematically, what the album is going for. I think that these songs actually stand out as well. On a good day, I could say that this is better than Good Kid, Mad City in terms of like me saying that this is Kendrick's best. On a good day,
Yeah.
I don't know though.
I think it is. Even like if I go to like creative direction of like even not even an album, musically, just also music videos. I feel like this was like some of his best music videos he put out around that time. I think he put like 4 or 5 videos out. I love the cover was dope. I just think a lot of the stuff he built around this album was dope. Was done very well, and he
Mhm.
stepped up his game with this, bro. Because like Good Kid, Mad City, like you said, it's a period piece pretty much of where he was at a period of his life, and this is like right now. This is what's going on right now. So I'm feeling right now, and it kind of reflected what was going on in America as well. So even with
Mhm.
some of the music videos, like for free interlude video, and then King Kunta was dope. Like I don't know, I gotta go back and look at some of these videos, bro. I just remember
Same.
really being at the hype of like my Kendrick fandom when this dropped, like at peak right here. of
I think
To Pimp a
mine would be
Butterfly.
Dang. Mine would be Dang. While I
Yeah, I
was at the
remember
height of my Kendrick.
you love that album. I remember.
Hmm. Yeah, I can't wait for us to do the anniversary review of that and Good Kid,
Yeah,
Mad City.
I know you love that joint, bro. I love
Yeah,
them too, but I
I ran
think
that one into the
this.
ground.
I just think this is like my favorite Kendrick album. Like this one always. I think this
I
is my
think this is
favorite.
his magnum opus, but Dang
Mhm.
is my favorite. But this is his best work,
Yeah,
especially
he
like I
did
said.
it.
To me, thematically, this rings and sounds off with me a lot.
Hmm.
But yeah,
All right.
that's about it. For To Pimp a Butterfly, let us know what y'all think about that down in the comment section down below. A classic hip hop album overall. But it's now time to get into another classic beat. Tupac, Me Against the
Oh,
World.
B.
So
If you're a hip hop fan and you don't know this album, this is just something you have to listen to before you die. This is one of those albums. It is. It's one of those
if
to
I
me.
die tonight, beat.
If I die tonight, you know what I'm
But
saying?
you can start this one off, B, because I already did a Tupac whole
Yeah.
retrospective last year or whatever. So I'll let you
Mhm.
start this one off because I started off the last
Okay.
time.
I think it's just so crazy how like, Kendrick ended this album with uh an interview with Tupac. This album came out a day before March 14th, and To Pimp a Butterfly came out March 15th. I don't know, maybe he was, Kendrick. He always trying to tie things to Tupac for some reason. You know what I mean? Like that.
He be
But
glazing.
man, yeah, Me Against the World, bro. Like my mom, my dad. This album was introduced to me as a young boy. My mom was a Tupac fan, and this right here is to me is Tupac magnum opus. This is his best body of work. Production, he got his message a point across. You got multiple sides of Tupac here, and he had a lot to say because even from the intro he gives you these segments of like news clips of like Tupac being shot, Tupac getting out of jail, leaving the hospital, blah blah blah, and he just had a lot to say, and man, bringing you down to just like if I die tonight going through all this stuff right here because I think this album. I think he was in jail when this came out. I could be
I
wrong.
think I want to say like this is the album that he put out before jail, right? Before he knew he was going to jail with
Yeah,
this
yeah,
album.
yeah. And then it came out because I know it was
Hmm.
recorded around 93, 94. It came out in
Hmm.
95. Um, just come on, B. Like, is it any skips on this album?
Any skips?
B, B. I can
Hmm.
just keep go like
Hmm.
if I die tonight, just brings you in, and it kind of
Hmm.
have this same, like the production wise to me, it just flows. This album just flows to me. Like you go into Me Against the World, like one of the goated Tupac songs of all times. Just the production on that, Tupac voice on here, just it's just me against the world. And then that it's just me against the world. Like, bro, it's just me against the world, baby. You know what I mean? It's just so dope, man. And then him rhyming on it and so many tears be another one. Temptations. That's a dope little, talk about the chicks, you know what I mean? Dope. And then the YNs. He even had stuff for the YNs out here, bro. He feeding the message out to the YNs, reminiscing on
B,
his YN
that's
days.
because he was one. He
B,
still was
he talking,
one.
but look, you see how the YNs was back then. YNs for him was the early teens, because you know how you
Hmm.
get things get younger as you get old.
Hmm.
Like, come, my dad was like, I had a house when I was 18. I'm like, yo, bro, whoa, chill out. It's different now. An 18-year-old from the 80s is not an 18-year-old from the 2000s, bro.
I agree.
But him speaking to the young boys out there, you know what I'm saying, and him also reminiscing on his young boy days, trying to get them boys a message because this is Pac. And then like heavy to the game, he's kind of doing the same thing with Richie Rich. He rapping on there doing his thing as well. I don't know, bro. Then Lord knows the hook. Lord knows, Lord knows, Lord knows. Just with Pac, like what he's saying, bro. Just I'm telling you, one thing about Pac, like I don't know, you just believe this man. I don't know, it's
Hmm.
because I wasn't in there in the times, so I didn't live with like listen to Pac. I was 1 years old when this dropped, and like no, I
I
just
wasn't
turned.
even born when
Yeah,
this
I just
dropped.
turned one. Real, I just turned one when this dropped. It dropped like a week after my birthday. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure my mom was bumping this in a little Toyota, man. You know what I'm saying? She had a car, so like
She was probably still in the hospital.
a week later, nah, she
Oh wait,
she been
yeah,
out.
no.
Yeah, it came
Oh
out a
wait,
week
yeah, yeah,
later.
I forgot. I forgot. This came out a year after you was born. I forget.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
came out
yeah.
my year.
Yeah, this came out a week after my birthday.
Yeah.
Like me being, yeah. But yeah, so dear mama, come on, bro. Like one of the first Tupac songs I know by heart. Like you play this song, I just know it. Everybody, grandma love it. Everybody love it. This is a song that you can't hate, universally loved. If that's the song, is like I don't like rap, but I like Tupac Dear Mama song. You know what I mean? That's a song you could play around your parents. Like they love a song about them. And Tupac did it so well, like just like he's like a poet, bro. Like he just say things very like he's not beating around the bush, whatever he say. He's just straight to the point of what he says. Like I Tupac put out his poetry in rap form in me. To me, he never was like, oh, I'm gonna switch up this flow right here. I'm gonna rhyme this with that. Tupac never gave me that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he had that in his arsenal. Will he be able to do it in his later? I want. It's crazy saying later years for Tupac because he was so young when he died. But like, I never really go back to older Pac. I think I should. But he just gives you what, you know what I mean? He just says what's on his mind. And this is one of the most beautiful hip hop songs ever. Del Mom was amazing. Dope singing on it on the hook, just cool, just an ode to your mother, man. You know, just one of the what even as a crack fiend, mama, you
Nah,
always was
that
a black
line makes me
fiend, mama.
die every time.
I'm just
That
saying,
line
it's a
kills
classic
me.
line. It's a
Calling your
classic
mama crack
line.
fiend on
I'm saying it was
wax is
but B,
crazy.
that's what I'm saying. It was so vulnerable. Like he's letting you know, like,
Yeah.
yo, my mom went through these downtime, but she still was
Mhm.
my mom. Even when she worked late, she still came home to make us a hot plate. Well, man, she made miracles on Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
yeah. So then we go into It Ain't Easy. I love It Ain't Easy. It Ain't Easy, really smooth beat. It ain't easy. Love that. And then can you get away? Cool, you know, trying to get this little, you know what I'm saying, you know. It's all right track. But old school, I love this song. I don't know why. It's the old to the old school. I don't know why I like this song so much. I always like this song because I think because when I got onto this album as like a teenager and listened to this, I was really into old school rap music. And him putting
Mhm.
this out was like, oh yeah, this dope. He's shouting out the OGs. I don't know why I thought this was so cool. And I still like this song. It still have that charm for how I felt when I was a little preteen listening to this album. And then F the World, come on, bro. F the World. Death Around the Corner, Outlaws. Come on, it just this album, bro. It's his best work. He didn't. It's an hour and 6 minutes, 15 tracks. You know, one song you can kind of move away. Can you get away? Is not, but you know you gotta have a little lady track. You know what I mean? You gotta do that.
Mhm.
But I just think this is one of the best hip hop albums of all time, in my opinion. I wouldn't say it's. I think it's top 20 because this laid the found. It's maybe higher than that. This album laid the foundation for some people, bro. Pot. This is crazy. I love this album. That's when I knew when you did your little Tupac discography, I say, so what you think about Me Against the World? You know what I'm saying? You was like, oh, yeah,
Uh-huh.
that was the one.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, there you go, B. The floor is yours.
All right. Last year I actually did a deep dive of Tupac's discography because I'm not gonna lie, when I was younger, I thought Pac was overrated to a degree, kind of still, but highly influential. That does not take away from it.
Mm-hmm.
So going back to his discography, you know, when you go through his first album, Tupacalypse Now. All right, cool. Social awareness and social consciousness. You get to Strictly for My N words. Some of that still, but we also got some party tracks as well.
Mm-hmm.
But then we get this album, and I listened to them in order. And you know, going to
Mm-hmm.
this album, to me, this is like one of the most, besides obviously All Eyes on Me, one of his most iconic album covers. And two, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like you said earlier, even though we kind of had this conversation off air, this is what kind of laid the foundation for a lot of those introspective hood rappers where they talk about their struggles. And to me, this
Mm-hmm.
is like the album that it personifies trust issues. It
Mm-hmm.
personifies not insecurity, trust issues, and just depression. And you know, just like you feeling like everything is just against you. And you just
Mm-hmm.
can't, you got to look over your shoulder for everything. Because I
Mm-hmm.
recently talked about Zero's album and it personifies a lot of this. This is obviously Pac's most introspective album because most of this is about him. It's not really talking about the social consciousness of the stuff that was happening in the previous albums or like his surroundings. This is more so talking about how these things are affecting him, his mental. This actually has some
Mm-hmm.
mental awareness in here, especially with him talking about if I die tonight, F it. Like, you know, in
Yeah.
Machiavelli, he's like, yo, my time is coming soon. I know it. This
Mm-hmm.
album, he's like, if I die tonight, it's cool. Like, I already got a lot
Mm-hmm.
of ish going on. The world is effed up. The world don't care about me. Everything is against me. Everything is not working into my favor. But there are certain things on here, especially the motivational songs on here, which I really dig this album. So
Mm-hmm.
I do want to preface this by saying I don't think Tupac is the best lyricist like an MF Doom or Nas, even though some people consider him a lyricist. We talked about this in the previous video. I think what Pac does best is, like you said earlier, he gets his message across, and you're never going to confuse him on what he's thinking or what he's saying. I agree with you. He sounds very believable. And and to me, the best thing about Tupac is his delivery.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like he has such a presence on the mic itself. Going through this track list, If I Die Tonight, first of all, intro with the little news
Mm-hmm.
things. I like the fact
Mm-hmm.
of this intro kind of help inspire stuff that I love, like Future's intro on Monster, where you have all these little like segments of like, oh, Tupac just went to the hospital. Tupac just got shot.
What
It
created
must have
this
been a setup.
monster?
Yeah, exactly.
What
It's like
create? Yeah.
it's like
Mm-hmm.
all like Tupac was set up. Tupac was so and so. Tupac just took himself out of the hospital. It's like its own little story in the
Mm-hmm.
intro where it's like, what is wrong with Tupac? And then Tupac kind
Mm-hmm.
of speaking certain things into fruition, like, yo, like I kind of know like I'm about to go in. So I'm about to put this out
Mm-hmm.
right here. Me Against the World, the best song probably on this album.
Mm-hmm.
So Many Tears, great. Temptations, great. I agree with you on Can You Get Away? But old school,
Mm-hmm.
I'm also like that too. I'm
I
like,
like that
I
song.
get it. You paying homage.
Yeah,
I get
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
He even shouted out the Boys De La Soul. I get it. And he said
Mm-hmm.
something about the potholes, which is a reference to one of their songs off that album.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I can do without, but I do like the fact that he is like paying homage and things like that. But having a song like Dear Mama, probably one of the most iconic hip hop songs of all time. To me, it's up there like if Biggie has Juicy, this is like Tupac's Juicy, quote unquote, in terms of like the song that you associate with that artist, the first song you think of when you hear this artist.
It's like Dear
Uh
Mama. Yeah, I got.
yeah, to me that's the song like when I first think Tupac and I'm thinking like like five songs real quickly off the top of my head. Dear Mama might be number one right there. Lord Knows is good. Heavy in the Game is good. YNs is good. Temptations is good.
Mm-hmm.
Can You Get Away? Cool. You trying to get this girl away from her guy.
Come on, yo. Why you got the glasses on?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And I
You
like
can't
the
have
fact that
friends.
Tupac kind of keeps a similar theme of like Tupac doesn't really do a lot of his own hooks. Like he
Mm-hmm.
usually lets the sample do it or he has some
Mm-hmm.
singer do the hooks. That's been a common thing within Tupac albums is that he doesn't really do hooks himself, which hey, if you know you can't write a hook or if you can't do it or you think someone else can do it better than you, by all means let him. Especially when he has like a lot of like R&B esque like hooks.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, overall, when it comes to this album, I'm not gonna lie though. I think I would have rather that album end off with F the World because I think that would have been a
Mm-hmm.
great closer for the album. Because Outlaw, I'm like, okay, cool, but to me, this
Oh, love.
like if this was during the streaming era, this would be like the bonus track. Like if this was a mixtape bonus track. Death Around the Corner, this is cool too. Kind of switched around with F the World.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem I have with this album probably is sequencing. But overall, in terms of like me loving this album, to me, this album let me know more about who Pac was as a person and how he felt he was in this world and his position in it. Versus the other albums, socially conscious, we got to do this. We got to remember, to treat everybody like this. This is how we being treated by the government, white people, black people, social relations
Mm-hmm.
and things like that. To me, I love this personal side of Pac. I know a lot
Mm-hmm.
of people will have All Eyes on Me as his best album. Production wise and sonically, All Eyes on Me is there. Like to me, that's his best produced album. But to me, this is his best album in terms of like introspection, concepts, in terms of like thematically, and me just getting a look into who Pac is as a person rather than what does he think about the world. I love this album for Pac because lets me know more about Pac. His other albums are good, but this one to me
Mm-hmm.
is his best work. This is his best work. Pac,
And it's
to
so
me, he lays a
crazy
foundation for these type of albums to like be made.
to me from even from the album cover. It's like the most book album cover ever. You can see a bio, like a biography book, like a
Hmm.
biology book or whatever. I say biology, but like a biography, autobiography, or anything you want to say about like a book, and just have you on there. This is my life. You know what I'm saying? Me against the world. See the cover, like he went to J.C. Penney's. They just edited it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like that's a perfect. I just got the. You know what I mean? The book by Tupac life. You know what I mean? That's the cover
Yeah.
right there. Because I think any book by Tupac of Arthur did it. I think the first one was like Me Against the World. I think like it's
Hmm.
just a perfect title, a perfect cover, and I feel like all his what's his what do you call it? I can't think of the
Posthumous,
word. Yeah, posthumous. I can't say the word right now. Releases
posthumous. Yeah.
posthumous. All those album covers, some of them try to like remake like a book cover to me. I
Hmm.
don't know.
I don't like them posthumous covers. I do
No, I
not be
don't
liking.
either. I don't like them either. But I'm saying it's like they were trying to remake Me Against the World in a way. It's
Yeah,
like,
and a lot of
nah.
them, it feels like some of them too. They try to put Pac right in your face. Like, have you seen the
Mm-mm.
recent vinyl re-release for Machiavelli? I do not like that
Mm-mm.
cover.
I
Yeah,
haven't.
I do
I
not
haven't
like
seen
it.
it.
But yeah, uh, obviously, like I said, iconic cover. I feel like someone remade this cover. I don't know who though. But yeah,
They
overall,
remade it.
yeah, overall, great songs, great body of work. To me, Tupac's most vulnerable, but also his most introspective album in terms of
Mm-hmm.
you getting to know what he's thinking and who he is.
Facts.
Dang, this album was nominated for best rap album. Did it win? I don't think it won. But yeah, at the Grammys, I was looking at its
Mm-hmm.
accolades at the Grammys. But yeah,
Okay.
overall, best project from Pac. But if people say All Eyes on Me, they're wrong. But I can see why production wise. But I don't
If
know. I
you
think this album to me it has more of what I like from Tupac's music, and that's Tupac by himself. I love Tupac by
yeah.
himself. Like to me,
Mm-hmm.
he could carry the song and he carries these verses on his own. To me, he don't need other
Mm-hmm.
people, and I'm glad that he didn't. He only had like what two features, and like I said, when it comes to the hooks, he gets someone else on the hooks. I'm cool with that.
And
But
don't
features
credit them.
wise, yeah, facts. Well, I mean, they probably in the credits somewhere. They just not in the little feature thing. But yeah, like I said,
Mm-hmm.
this is one thing I love. I got Pac. This is what I needed from Pac. Especially if this is
Mm-hmm.
your album, you shouldn't have too many features on here. Your
Yeah.
album about you. But yeah, overall, classic. You said top 20 B?
It's up there. It probably higher just because of like what all the like impact and inspired so much. It
Hmm.
inspired a lot on this
Yeah.
album right here. It's a career defining album,
I
very
agree.
much so, and hip hop defining.
I agree. At
It
least he got
does
this
right
one
up
out the way because he said, "Hey, all eyes on me. I just want to party that whole album."
there.
That
Mm-hmm.
boy, he said, "Yeah, everything I was doing on me
Mm-hmm.
against the world.
Because he just
Yeah,
got
I'm
out. He
partying this."
just got out.
Exactly.
Fresh out of jail. You know what I'm saying? He was hype.
That boy said, "Yeah,
I
I'm
gotta
not on that
revisit.
now."
Yeah, I gotta revisit that. But I feel like you could put a really great like it's a classic album, to people, but it's a double disc. You could condense that album a little shorter and make a really great album out of
I
all
agree.
eyes on me.
I
You
agree. I think
could.
it's bloated because a
Yeah,
second disc.
it's a lot.
If you take the best songs from there, best songs from the first, it's way too bloated. I didn't
I
need
don't
all
know
of them.
exact number, but they said that man was recording so many songs in one day. Like he was just unstoppable in the studio, just making music. So
That's probably is going all to his posthumous stuff, and I'm not listening to a
hmm
single thing.
yeah.
But yeah, y'all let us know what y'all think about Tupac's Me Against the World for his 30-year anniversary. This album is older than me by a few months. But B, it's time to get into the discussions part of the show. I think we should talk about the Carti album first because then
Okay.
it'll lead into the Kendrick thing.
Okay, bet.
B, did you listen to Playboy Carti's "I Am the Music"?
Of course, B. Come on, I'm a vintage Cardi fan. I'm getting a little older in age. I was told that if you over 20, you shouldn't be listening to this album. I'm like, boy, my generation made this man hot. So like, what are you talking about? What you mean I can't
That
listen
plus,
to
how
this?
old is he?
What Cardi? What 29?
He's our age.
Yeah, like come on, bro. Like we in the same group. Like, come on. I seen Cardi in 2014 at South by. Like I
Ah,
like,
didn't invite me nothing. Come on,
oh my
man.
God. Well, you was in high school somewhere. It was spring break, but still.
So,
Hey, but look, man. I listened to the album. I remember I was talking to my coworker. He's a Cardi fan. And he was like, yeah, man, like, I don't know if it's gonna come out. I said, yeah. They said it's gonna come out in a few hours. I pulled off in the parking lot. And before I pulled off, I just looked at Twitter and they were like, yo, the album. I'm like, huh? Went on Apple Music, didn't see it. So they're like, nah, it's only on YouTube. I got the YouTube music, you know what I mean? Went on there and I played it. I'm like, I played the album. It's a long album, 30 songs, an hour and 17 minutes. B, did it live up to the hype? I never had that much hype for it. But for me, I give it 3 listens. I listened to it 3 times. 7.5 for me. It's some songs on here that I can skip, but it's some stuff on here that I go back to still. Like it's songs on here that I'm like, all right, I like. But it took over the weekend, and I want to see. We could talk about it musically, but I want to get your points on it, like your first listening experience.
So Friday rolled around. First off, earlier everybody was hyping this up. I'm like, oh God. I'm like, is
Mhm.
he actually gonna drop? Because he had a whole little thing where, if the album don't drop by this time, everybody
Mhm.
getting refunded for their stuff. So he's like, oh, I gotta
Right,
drop
right,
this
right, right.
now. So,
Mhm.
when I woke up, all I saw was people first thing I did was go on Twitter. Also was people, Carti let y'all down. Carti didn't drop. Carti didn't do
Mhm.
this, that. Where's the album at? All you Carti fans,
Mhm.
y'all been tricked again. And then I was like, so he didn't drop? I went to Spotify and I saw the album in there. I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
I'm about to listen to this right now off the wake up. Go into
Right.
this album, pop out. I'm like, all right, this is giving me a whole lot of rap vibes. I'm like, all right,
Mhm. Pop
I'm
out.
in there because we talked about it kind of where it's like the first album Cardi does, it's like the test. Then the album that
Mhm.
comes out after that, that's really like, oh, okay, he's defining it. I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
he's really about to, because I'm a huge whole lot of Red fan. I think it's his best
Mhm.
project. I know you
Tripping.
think that Lit is. No, I'm
I
not.
lit.
Uh, Going into a whole lot, and I think it's the last classic album that we've had in hip hop. But going into this project, I'm like, all right, pop out, cool. And he's doing that trend where no one has the features on here. I mean,
Mhm.
like he doesn't have the features listed on the streaming service. I'm like, I'm like, I want to see who's on here. Going to the project. Every time I get into a song, DJ Swamp Izzo, I am the music. I'm like, this is bringing me back
B.
to the mixtape
I
days.
was
B.
like,
I
DJ
love
Swamp
it.
Izzo, I haven't heard that name in so long. I hate him. No DJ version?
There you go, hating again. No, B, he is the music. He needs DJ
Uh,
Swap Izzo. Cardi, you making a whole other genre with this. I mean, he was spitting. DJ Swap Izzo
yeah.
was spitting. Going through the project, I saw B, the scariest thing for me, 30 songs,
Mm-hmm.
an hour and 16. I'm like, this is about almost the same length as Whole Lotta Red
Mm-hmm.
with half the songs. B, I was so scared because we've talked about this before. When Cardi gets that second album after the first one, he
Mm-hmm.
defines it. I'm like, he got 30 songs on here, and it's an hour and 16. I'm like, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like he about to give me snippets, skeleton bones. I thought he was gonna give me some stuff that was similar to a Whole Lot of Red. And while he does do that, to me, he goes back to a lot of like trap era, like blog trap era of production.
Mm-hmm.
Going into this, I'm not gonna lie though, no skips, no skips for me.
In the
Cardi is the
beginning?
music.
Okay,
No, the
okay.
whole thing. I listened to this
The whole
album like four
joint.
times over the weekend.
Okay.
No skips for me, B. I'm loving
You don't skip
everything. I think
nothing?
no. Now, are there some songs I prefer versus others?
Yeah.
Of course. But
I don't say
skips?
I skip. I'll
No.
be honest. I don't think I listened to it 3 times. I don't think I skip. But it's
Yeah.
songs like you said that I prefer over others.
And that's gonna
Mm-hmm.
happen when you have 30 songs because this is bloated. Like, let's be real. Like, can some of these songs be chopped off? Yes. But
Mm-hmm.
either way, going into this project, and if you just have it playing, like if you're not like actually sitting here concentrating on just the music, you'll be cool with this album because you're always getting something a little bit. You're getting a different version of Cardi on each song almost. It's like he's never giving you the exact same Cardi voice or flow that he does in the previous song. Now, does he come up with similar flows and stuff like that over the album? Yes, but going over this, Kendrick Lamar's on here. I was afraid when I heard that Kendrick Lamar was on here. He's on Mojo Jojo. He's on the
Mm-hmm.
ad libs. I'm like, all right, this
Mm-hmm.
is giving me like that hillbillies, Baby Keem vibes, where he's with Baby Keem, which I'm just like, Kendrick, why don't you go make that goddamn album
Give
with
me
Baby
that.
Keem already?
And give me that like that, Cardi, like that, like
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah,
that.
don't whisper that in my ear, dog.
Just like that,
He
Cardi.
had the singles on here. Like, did you like the new Evil Jordan intro?
Oh yeah, I know. It's a little TikTok
Do,
intro.
do, 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 do.
Nah, even Jordan so hard, bro. When it came on, I was like, I pulled up to my because I drive from another spot from my job to another location.
Uh-huh.
Boy, I pulled in that joint that Evil Jordan playing. Boy, it
Uh-huh.
was loud, boy. I was like, bro, Evil Jordan is so hard, bro. Oh my
And my
god.
thing was when I was listening to the album, I'm just listening to it. I'm not looking at the track list, nothing. I'm like,
Hmm.
what the F is this song? And
right,
then
and then
I was so surprised. I'm like,
yeah,
ooh,
yeah, he put it on
ooh,
there. I wonder why he didn't put 2024 music on here. I need that on streaming, even though I can local files,
mhm.
but
Of course.
still, I love that song.
But I didn't expect for because he said that those songs, the singles that he put out last year was going to be on the album.
Wasn't
So I was surprised to
yeah,
see it. So I heard HBA. I'm like, Cut by
HBA,
Air
yeah,
on here? I'm like,
yeah,
hold
yeah,
up,
yeah.
because that's my favorite
Yeah.
single that came out throughout that whole
Mhm.
thing. But yeah,
What you think of
overall,
Rather Lie, B? You see the AI rumors on that stuff? That they said it wasn't
yeah.
though, something like that. What you think
I'm
about
about to
Rather
say
Lie? That joint.
I like the song.
I
Everybody
I
kept
think
saying
that's
that
a
Weekend stole Drake's flow on there though.
nah, that joint. Rather Lie is so dope. And then
No, that
Fire
song,
shit. That is so
yeah.
bad she can't even come outside. I love that song, bro. She
I
can't
don't know
even
what
go
it is
outside.
when it comes with Future and Travis Scott. It's like they form this weird little group where they come
Mm-hmm.
together and they make music together because it's on here. They have a song together on here. They have a song
Mm-hmm.
together on Future's album. I'm just like every time they all together, it's like they doing their
What you
thing. Nah, but
what you
Wake
think
Up
of Charge Them
Filthy was
Hoes?
hard, b.
Oh, Wake Up
No, I
Filthy's
like them.
hard.
Yeah,
I
Wake Up
don't know
Filthy is
how
like
I
a
feel
top
about
five for me.
I'm saying I don't know how I feel about Charge Them Hoes a feat.
To me, it sounds more like a Future song than it does a
It
Cardi song.
does.
Because to me, it sounds like something that'll be off of 56 Nights. But that's why I was like,
Mm.
this era, like he's going for a lot of Atlanta-based trap music from like the
Mm-hmm.
blog era to me in those
Yeah,
aspects. Which that's why I'm like,
true.
okay, you did go to Rage sound, but you didn't stick in the Rage sound. And B, my biggest problem with some of these Rage albums, they be
Mm-hmm.
so blown. Sadly, Cardi kind of goes into here with that as well. But each of these songs, at least when I look at the track list, a lot of these songs don't stand out from each other. But when I'm listening to them, they put me in the mood and they're dynamic enough to where it don't sound all samey, but it's all
Mm-hmm.
cohesive. Did you like Lil Uzi on this? I love Lil
I
Uzi
think it
on
was
this.
okay. I like jumping. And what's
I
the
feel
other? It's jumping is
Twin
him by
Trim.
himself, right? Oh yeah, Twin Trim is him like, don't do that, my nigga. I'm going off the drug. Don't do that, my nigga. Yes, yeah.
Uh,
It like
uh,
jumping is him by himself. It's just Uzi had a verse on there. It
yeah.
was no Cardi on that one. He was okay on there. I want a little more from them because they haven't what collabed in
Since
what
Die Lit.
5 plus? Yeah, like
Oh
yeah,
wait, no, no,
yeah.
no. I mean, well, on a Cardi project since Die Lit. I think was Cardi on Pink Tape? I'm not sure.
I
I
don't know.
think Cardi was on Pink Tape on Ad Libs, I think.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Dot Lit was the like when they last time they did on Cardi
they did
stuff,
a
but
song together. But
mm,
yeah, overall for me, this wasn't this was what I wanted, but it wasn't what I wanted. That's what I'll
mm.
say.
It
What
gives
about
me,
you, B?
like you said, it brings you back mixtape vibe, especially having DJ Swamp is on it. But I'm saying, I think it was cool. I didn't have much hype for it. So right now, from me listening to it the 3 times I have, but I also return more to some songs more than the album. So I'm giving it like a 7.5 right now. You know what
Mm,
I'm saying? I think it's a good album. I
mm,
had some fun with it. I ain't gonna lie. Especially
yeah,
that
same.
first listen. Because like when it came to it, he gives you that trap metal, rap metal, like he has his own little genre.
Hmm.
I got too many voices, man. I got too many flows. What he said what he said on Good Credit when he was like, she trying to kiss my lips. I got ring piercing. What he was saying? He go,
I
Cardi be
forgot what he
wild, bro.
said.
Pushing that
I
money,
think his
but he was
songwriting
saying
was
pushing
also
that
better
money.
in here too than a whole lot of red.
Yeah, like
I
especially
think,
on Rather Lie. I was like, man, he's actually seemed like coherent here.
yeah, to me this sounds like
He's
a
staying
radio
on
song. Like
point.
this song could go on the
Yeah.
radio.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I think it was good, B. It was good.
Yeah, I think it was good as well. But I think as a project, I think Whole Lot of Red might be better. This could be my recency bias.
No, I think Whole
I don't
Lotta
know.
Red's better. I think it's better.
Because I think even though some songs were more so concepts,
Concept, yeah.
I feel like a lot of those songs stand out amongst each other more because it was a slimmer track list
Yeah, this is so
compared to
bloated.
this. Yeah, that's the problem with this is that it's so bloated, but also it's like
B,
nothing stays too long to where it overstays its welcome. That's the one thing I got with this though. I'm
what
like,
you what you feel about Olympian? I love that song.
no, that last
Oh,
no, Cardi
that
on the last half of
Olympian?
this album. I'm not gonna lie,
Hey,
Cardi on the last half.
B.
Oh, he was in his baggy
OPM
bag.
baby? Twin Trimp? No, bro, hold up. Cocaine Nose?
Nah,
Cocaine Nose?
Cocaine Nose is
Hey,
the one. B.
Cocaine Nose,
Cocaine
that
Nose is the
joint.
one.
Hey, I was like, boy, hold up, what a line there. I gotta cook.
Yeah,
But no, bro, we gonna have the whole country, the whole world saying Trump. You know what I'm saying?
facts.
Wake
No,
Up 50 was so hard though. I ain't gonna count like that.
so B, we gotta talk about it though. How do you feel about them Kendrick features?
I like how Kendrick was utilized on Mojo. JoJo was funny. Give me that
Yeah.
Cardi. Give me that 6-incher Cardi.
I kind of no, that's
I
crazy.
like
That's
that
crazy.
Cardi.
Give me
I like
that
that.
alien-ish,
Give me
whatever
that
you
alien
say.
Cardi. And then backdoor. I like backdoor. I kind of
Mhm.
like it. Gives you the fam life school. It give you the whole like Luther and
The
30 for
R&B
30 type
Kendrick, as
vibes and
people
all that.
call it.
Yeah. The little vibey. And then Good Credit was cool. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Kendrick was ghoulish. That's what some guy said.
Nah, the
Like,
boogies,
bro, you're a
B. What
weirdo.
about the
The boogies,
boogies?
the vamping the boogies. I don't think it was bad. He did his little thing on there.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't know.
lie,
I
this
liked
makes
him.
me excited for a Kendrick and Baby Keem album. This makes me
But I'm saying
excited.
that's when Kendrick do his like fun stuff when he with Keem or like with a
That's why
Cardi
I'm
or with
saying it
like
makes me
yeah.
excited. Like for me with Cardi, I don't think I needed this much Kendrick. Like I loved him on Mojo Jojo because I loved him as the
Yeah.
ad lib guy. I'm like, yeah, be the hype man, Kendrick. Look,
Give me that
come go
Cardi.
back to your roots, Kendrick. That's what you started off as. Go back to your roots,
Give
hype
me
him
that six.
up.
Give me that 6-incher Cardi. Yeah, I want that Cardi just like that. Mm. That's what I'm like. What is he talking? It kind of give me that 21. Do your thing,
You do
for
so
that.
for
It kind of give
me.
me that. Yeah, dude.
I didn't expect Skepta to be on this album, so when I heard him, I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
And
Skepta
Janae
sounded good
Echo,
on
I didn't
there.
know that was Janae Echo on
Yeah.
here either.
If you put a book with a
Uh,
Toby,
did you
put a
like
book
the
with a
song with
Toby.
Young Thug and Ty Dolla $ign?
I really didn't care for that. I didn't
I
really
liked it.
care for that song. It
I
kind of
liked
it
it.
like I don't know. It also didn't fit the album to me.
No, it doesn't. I
It could
think,
have been left off. I needed that. I needed whatever Axe said he had with Justin Bieber on here. I wanted to see Biebs. I need to hear Biebs. He said
yeah,
Justin Bieber was on the album,
yeah, I
but
couldn't
I'm pretty
find
sure
him.
he.
I'm like,
No,
where?
no, he cut. He didn't put it out. You know how
Oh,
sometimes
okay.
they show you an app, but it didn't make the cut.
Oh, okay. Because I was looking, I'm listening. I'm like, I never heard Justin Bieber on here unless he sounded like
Right.
um Young Thug or someone. But yeah, overall for me, I love this album.
Hmm.
Do I think it's his best? Nah, because I got a whole lot of red out there. I
Yeah.
think that this was a solid project though. I'm not gonna lie though, that 30 tracks and that hour and 16, that intimidated
B.
me a lot.
It didn't feel like it to me. I'm sorry, because those tracks are what 2 minutes. They're not
Yeah.
long. It
No,
didn't
no,
feel that
that's
long to me.
I think if you actually are keeping track of the songs, like this is the only thing you're doing, pause, you're gonna feel the length. But me, like yesterday, I was working and
Give
I was
me it
playing
just
this.
like that,
I'm like,
Cardi.
that
Yeah.
that's crazy. That's crazy. But yesterday I was just working. I'm like this album is just passing by. Like I know when it's the end because South Atlanta, baby, I love that song. Cardi,
Hmm.
you're gonna create your own genre with this one. And I love it because it
Hmm.
feels like a mixtape outro. And I forgot to say like
Hmm.
the intro pop out. It feels like a mixtape intro with the beat running on longer than what it needs to be, just for to
Hmm.
do the DJ to do its mixing and to do all they talking like that.
Hmm.
I love this album because it
I
gave me
liked it.
that old mixtape vibe, and it also gave me the mixtape vibe where it's like, okay, you give me these short songs, you go into the next song. Short song, give me the next song. I don't know. I really enjoyed this, man.
Like my
Do I think
coworker,
it?
oh,
Oh, go ahead. Go
one of my
ahead.
coworkers was like, "Is it just me? Am I just getting old, or do Playboi Carti suck?" And I'm like, "You either could be old, or you just it's just not catered to you." I'm like, I will never defend Playboi Carti music because I know it's not for everyone.
Oh yeah,
It's
no.
that feeling, it's that vibe. It's like I never defend like Uzi. It's certain artists you just don't defend because it's like it just don't speak to you. I understand. It's no problem with it.
I hate to say it like this is like ageism music. Like if you're not, more than likely, if you're not young enough, you probably won't understand this. And also, if you're not in the zeitgeist, a lot of times, you also won't understand this. Like I
Yeah.
said, some old heads at my job. Ain't nobody listening to Playboy Cardi. Excuse me.
I'm like, you got nephews? They probably listen to Playboi Carti.
Excuse me, have you not talked to anybody on the internet? Have you not seen anything about Playboy Cardi on the internet? This is like
Mm,
probably one of the most anticipated albums in a long while in hip hop. Like, what are we talking about right now?
facts.
Uh, but yeah, for me, I enjoyed this. I'm just surprised that Ken Carson and Destroy Lonely wasn't on this project.
Why would they need to be on here?
Negro, those are his artists.
All they gonna do is him. He wanted people that's not gonna be him. He could do that himself. He got multiple flows. He told you that. He was
He
sounding
also
like
reminds
Future
me
on
of
some
Young Thug a
tracks.
lot on
He
here.
sounded like Lil Baby to me on what you call it on one song. How the little voice he did, not like
Mhm.
rapping wise, but the vocal. I think it was on Evil Jordan. He always,
Mhm.
yeah. But yeah, bro, he don't need them. He don't need no people to imitate. He can imitate.
Oh, you hating. You are hating.
It's true. You might need them homicides over there. He shouted
But
out.
B,
He shouted out the homicide. You know what I mean?
how do you feel about those people saying that they didn't allow Kanye West to be on the album? That's why he wasn't on the album. Kanye
Oh
said he
my
was supposed to be
god.
on there, but them people told him, forced him not be on it.
Good, because you saw the cover he posted him and freaking Playboy Carti album they supposed to been coming out. Uh,
Uh-uh.
you didn't see that?
Uh-uh.
They had an album that supposed to came out this year. He posted the cover. It was like him in all black with like a black KKK and then Cardi next to him. It was like kind of like similar to the Ty Dolla Sign's cover. I forgot what it
B,
was
you
called.
can't be
Yay.
real.
I swear, yeah. He was in a black KKK outfit pretty much, all black with the hood. He was just like that. And then you had Cardi next to him. They was for to drop an album.
Nah, that is insane. That thing wouldn't have seen the light of day. Oh man. But yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all let us know what y'all thought about that new Cardi album, cause not gonna lie. I was scared. I'm like,
Back
that boy
up,
never gonna release it. He was supposed to release this
back
last year.
up, back
B,
up.
is he Atlanta's Travis Scott? Look, B, he said that. I'm like, ain't that just Travis Scott?
Who said that?
No, because Cardi said, I think he told academics or he tweeted, he said, after this drops, I'm gonna be Atlanta's Travis Scott. And I'm just like, that's Travis Scott.
That's Travis Scott already. Shoot, he used nothing but Atlanta people. But nah,
Oh
yeah,
my
I understand.
god.
I guess because like when it comes to like, I guess the world building, some of the production on here, it gives you a
Hmm.
grand, even though it's not as polished, but it
No.
can give you the experience of like a Travis Scott album. Also high in the features, using some of the features. Also him vocally, always using his vocals, his into what's he call it? Manipulation of his vocals
Hmm.
of like I
Hmm.
don't know what stuff he used, but yeah, he makes it an instrument. But
Do you think this will put him on the same level as a Travis Scott after this album drops? Like, let's imagine this. Will this put him on where Travis Scott was with Astro World?
I don't think so. Close, but I don't think so.
I
I
just
think
don't think
Travis.
that.
I think Travis was in a perfect time. Like we was, we still reaching the streaming era. Few years, after it all got polished, we starting to understand what was going on. I think the time we're in now, I don't think so.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't think so.
I think it'll be hard because Cardi isn't someone who has singles on the radio like that.
Mm-mm.
So that's
It
why I'm
seemed
just
like
like,
he tried to with Rather Lie,
yeah,
that one, even Backdoor with him and Kendrick. I
yeah,
could see that doing something. Yeah, I
I
think it's
agree.
those two tracks I could see kind of making some moves.
But I don't imagine like a sicko mode type song on here, like
Mm-mm.
that'll hit the radio. But
Right.
yeah, overall, this is gonna have the fans going crazy when he performs this. I believe he's supposed to perform some of this on
He
Rolling Loud. I'm not
performed
sure.
he performed Rolling Out last night.
Oh, he did.
He
See,
was like
I'm
an
I'm
hour
so
late
out of
to
the
his
loop.
it's an hour late to his show, but he had a
Oh,
long run. Weekend
yeah.
showed up. The weekend was there.
See, I didn't know.
Weekend
I
pulled
was out of
up.
the loop.
Castanet was out there. He was met Weekend, was happy on stage. They hugged.
That's the first time they seen each other.
That's the first time Castanet met the Weekend.
Oh,
Oh, you thought I said Travis Scott? I mean, you thought I said
Playboy
Playboy Cardi and
Cardi.
the Weekend?
Yeah,
No, bro. They performed
I was like,
together.
huh?
They
I
performed
was like, I
together at
could
the
have sworn they
Grammys this
performed
year.
that one song together. Since I've been legit.
Timeless.
Yeah, timeless. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed this album. I have no problem playing
I
it.
liked it as
When it
well.
comes out on vinyl, I will be buying it.
Yeah.
But B, we have a serious issue to talk about. Your boy, man, he's just failing us. Hip hop savior. The one that the West Coast needed. He's just being so hypocritical, B. He went from watching the party die to being like Drake, getting the party lit. Like, what is your boy doing on here, B?
Man, so let's build around this. So Kendrick's is on the Cardi album. We just talked about it. And you have a few people that's calling out a little hypocrisy from Mr. Lamar. And I believe that some of it is very valid
I agree.
because of Kendrick grandstanding on things. You know,
Morally.
it's very morally grandstanding, man. So yeah, just because we bring up Kendrick hypocrisy and you guys say he already called himself a hypocrite. He's not our savior. He said it on Mr. Morale. That don't mean that I can't say he did.
It doesn't absolve him from accountability.
It don't absolve him from the accountability, bro. They gotta understand. This is like before I start, Dom, Potty Mouth, shout out to my guys. Good work. Just stole my thunder, bro. I was ready to come on here and just go in on this.
Dom, you were supposed to wait after the pod comes out for us to. Then you do your thing. I get it though. Dom is a genius.
Hey, content pill for real, for real. Mm-hmm. Bro said, "Good morning, Monday morning." Like he was ready. Like he was ready. He knew like he was ready. And I'm like, God damn it!
And top five Troy dropped something too.
Oh yeah, about the hypocrisy,
like, and the overglazing of Kendrick, saying that because of y'all, we're not gonna get that hungry Kendrick no more. So shout out to top five Troy too.
Yeah, shout out top five Troy as well. I liked his video. As an objective Kendrick fan, like you can be a Kendrick fan and still be like, all right, bro, I understand. But yeah,
what you can't?
You can be, you can. But look, this is my problem with it, right? I'm gonna bring this back to we was talking on camera about how I feel about Kendrick and Pac. So with Kendrick, right? He puts out songs after the beef. I'm not even gonna talk about the beef. I'm gonna just talk about Watch the Party Die. I'm not gonna roll up the lyrics because I'm pretty sure if y'all watching this video, y'all heard the song, y'all know what he was saying. He was bringing up Lecrae, Christian rapper. He was bringing up D1, another rapper that actually combats the culture. He don't want the culture. He want to destroy it. Rebuild this joint because he feel like we champion a lot of bad things in the hip hop community, which I agree with. You can't say things like this, blurt out names and stuff you're gonna do in this song, have this very menacing, like I'm standing on something. A lot of people that heard that song and like roots for the Kendrick, like the Kendrick fan page that be on these YouTube streets, they get on here and like, oh yeah, he's going at the culture. Drake was just a head. Now, like Drake was a part of it. Now he's attacking the whole body pretty much. Y'all like going like, yeah, this is what Kendrick's gonna do. He's for to save hip hop. Kendrick changed. He saved hip hop from dumbing down. Read my soul. That what you? Oh, he changed. He's Drake is the corporation. Kendrick's for the people. Y'all gotta stop saying these type of statements because Kendrick is about profit as well. He even said it in freaking How You Leave Compton for Profit. Like it's this dude. Like y'all talk about his hypocrisy, but y'all don't hold him to that. Y'all make him like y'all put him on his pedestal. Y'all don't make him look like he's a normal human. Y'all think he's above all this stuff. And when we bring that up, y'all look at us like he said he wasn't. And then y'all use that against us. But no, y'all gotta understand, most of how we feel like this is not how we look at Kendrick and how it's really how y'all do it. Because y'all like Kendrick, you make Kendrick, like y'all give him this platform, right? He's our court jester. Y'all the ones that do it. And then they flip on it, B, and act like, oh, he's not our savior. Bro, y'all act like he y'all savior. He's here to save hip hop. It was a goddamn, what's his name? John, goddamn thumbnail of Kendrick with his freaking Superman cape on.
Oh, Screwface G.
Get out of here, Screwface. It's this type of stuff y'all do and say, oh, he could be a hypocrite. Y'all talking about this man here to save hip hop. And then when y'all have a problem with stuff like then now, oh, y'all want to come around. Oh, I like this Carti song. Oh, yeah. Oh, y'all was mad at Drake for saying what women gonna be on the strip club or at the club dancing with a dictionary. Oh, this is an anti-intellectual society we in. But now y'all bobbing to the Kendrick, to him and Playboi Carti like it's nothing. I'm selling them, Molly. Oh, we pushing the bodies. Oh, y'all with that? Ooh, this hard. Okay, now it's a whole switch. Come on, Kendrick can't have fun no more. Like, what? He can't have fun, bro. Oh, which one is it? Do y'all want this nigga to rap about saving hip hop and killing the party, or y'all want him to be about the party and partying? Like, what is it? It's not Kendrick. It's Kendrick. He's a part of it. But these fans, y'all like to switch, bro. Hypocrites as well. We all are hypocrites. None of us is above judgment. But then y'all say, oh, y'all are criticizing. But I'm like, y'all not. Y'all never be y'all don't criticize Kendrick. Y'all just talk about the great things he does. Y'all hold him up to that. Y'all don't talk about none of the hypocrisy. Y'all just say he said it. He said he's not our savior. But y'all don't speak like that. Y'all get hurt when somebody actually critique this man, and it's really pissing me off, bro. And I'm a Kendrick fan. I'm a huge Kendrick fan as well, bro. But I'm also a fan of music, and I don't really care what people do outside of the music. But Kendrick talks about this stuff in the music. So I criticize some of the stuff he stand on. And if I go back to the beef, Kendrick, me and Don made a joke about this. Don was just like, "Hey, yo, don't forget he's a Gemini." And I'm like, "Yo, manipulation is a Gemini trait." What'd he say? "Oh, we don't like the women you mess with. We will stake them. You will stake them as real women. Why you going at the women? They had nothing to do with you, right? Oh, they not crazy. What'd he say? The people are not slow." Like he do this things to grab the people in, like he manipulate the people, and that's what he doing to a lot of his fans, and they feed into it, bro. Y'all gotta understand, bro. This man is not y'all savior, so stop acting like it. Screwface John have the whole Spider-Man, I mean Superman with the S on his chest. You right there, mouth wide open, ready for Kendrick to just enter your mouth, just ready for him, right? What is up with these people, B? Come on, man. You got Professor Sky over here. I don't even watch his stuff like that. He don't appeal to me. You just a guess, right? Your stuff don't appeal to me like that. But oh, look, if they see this video, they probably wouldn't. But if they did, they'd be like, they here to protect the white man. Oh, don't go with Professor Sky like that. He's not like, come on, he's not one of them. But if Professor Sky didn't agree with something Kendrick said, they're gonna be in the comments. He's not like us. He's not
so
like
they're gonna
us. He
turn
don't
on him
understand.
turn on him like they did what the dirt.
Bro, facts. Professor Scott has to tiptoe around y'all because he know y'all will turn on him. Bro, y'all, man, I'ma just stop, bro. Cause I'ma go in, bro. I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna let you do your thing because this is really irking me, bro. You go ahead and I'm done, bro. I don't want to burn the food. I'll let you go ahead and do your cooking.
Hip hop's biggest hypocrite.
Hey,
The
B, the
day I've been waiting
hypocrite.
for. Exactly. The hip hop crip. Yes. See, this is the thing. I saw Aubrey's attorney this weekend just post a clip of the needle drop where needle drop was saying it's just very weird that Kendrick will say all this, but then he goes and does a song with someone who has these type of allegations that he says that Drake does. I'm just like, we're finally seeing everybody for who they are. This is entertainment. Kendrick is here to entertain us and make the bread. So that's the problem,
Mm-hmm.
B. One, they take that lyric out of concept. This is like taking a Bible verse out of concept and trying to use it
Facts.
against some argument. Take the whole thing in context. He signed the biggest hypocrite of 2015.
Mm-hmm.
We know that because we just heard the album and we just reviewed it.
Mm-hmm.
We know that. He did not say I'm a hypocrite for life.
Mm-hmm.
You can still be held accountable if you say certain things. B, just because we say, oh yeah, I'm bad at this, I shouldn't be doing this, and then we do it, we still gonna be held accountable, right? So why can't we
Facts.
have these same standards for Kendrick Lamar when he says the same stuff? I said this all the time. I have no problem with Kendrick saying all this stuff to Drake because all he did was just manipulate people into believing like
Mm-hmm.
Drake is the bad guy. Well, really, I don't care about Drake having a gambling problem. I don't care about the stuff that you're talking about, Drake. And talking about Watch the Party Die, I even said it when that song came out. I said, but we need this type of music in hip hop. We need the fun music in hip hop. I'm like, we just can't have just political, woke, social conscious music in hip hop, as in Watch the Party Die. And a whole bunch of people, as soon as they see this video, well, you're misinterpreting really what he said in that song. We all came to this agreement a few months ago. No, we didn't. No,
Mm-hmm.
stop this. Stop
Yeah.
this. He said, watch the party die. What is the
Mm-hmm.
goddamn party? Y'all said it wasn't about Drake. Now it is
Right.
about Drake. What is the
Right.
goddamn party that we're talking about? Oh, yeah. All these rappers that's doing these bad things in hip hop, we can't support that no more. You just supported the biggest raccoon you could have in the industry with one of the biggest platforms. The Boogies and the Vamps. Come on.
Cool.
Hey, not even these fans. And then the worst part, these fans wouldn't have loved these. Say these Carti songs, they're the exact same Carti songs be, just without
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick. They would have been like, oh, no, this is trash. As soon as Kendrick was on there, nah,
B.
Kendrick, Playboi Carti actually did
B.
something on this song. Nah, son.
B. If Drake was
Nah.
on them 3 songs, B, they would have criticized and be
And he
look,
could
Drake
have
hopping
been.
on waves. He went back to Atlanta. You know what I mean? And look, B, we go back to the Let the Party Die, B. What hip hop started from? Was it a party?
Party music. a hip, a hop, a hippie to the hip, hopping it don't stop. Kid and Play? Did we forget all this party music that we had back then?
Hey, B, they act
B,
like
I
hip
just
hop
don't
wouldn't
get
be
it.
as
Like I said,
successful as it was
there's a time
if
and a
it
place for.
wasn't. Facts, go keep going. Be my bad.
You could thank the South for that. You could no, you could thank the South for that because we brought the fun back in hip hop. Let's not lie. But yeah, it's just the hypocrisy from both sides. B, and I wouldn't hold Kendrick to the standard if he wouldn't have said this in the music. Because I already knew from what Kendrick was saying, I don't care about the stuff that you're trying to use against people. I don't care about watching the party die because everybody's like, oh yeah, he's about to destroy hip hop and rebuild it from the ground up. And it's only going to be about this.
Mm.
Y'all would not be supporting hip hop. People like Sexy Red, Lotto, Meg Thee Stallion, Moneybagg Yo, these people are making hits and are feeding the radio. The stuff that y'all talking about that y'all want hip hop to be, that stuff isn't on the radio. And I listen to the radio for this show. What part B? I just don't get this hypocrisy of like, well, we don't need to hold Kendrick accountable. But when it's something good, then we give him all his praises. But when he does something bad, nah, just ignore that. Just ignore that. He can do what he wants though. But as soon as he does something good, you guys need to give Kendrick his credits. You guys need to give him his flowers. Why?
B, they said Kendrick
Why?
saved
B,
hip
how come
hop
I
from
can
this.
praise him when he does something good, but
My
when he
bad.
does something
My
bad,
mic. No, I'm
nah,
just
you
saying
go ahead.
they saying Kendrick saved hip hop from where it was going. Kendrick did nothing but beat Drake in a rap battle. That's it. Hip hop is still gonna hip hop. You still gonna have your section over here. You still gonna have that. He wasn't gonna take out everything because he also know he could benefit from it. Kendrick is having his most successful freaking point of his career. You hop on one of the most anticipated albums, and he gonna keep that streak of him having more 100 and some plays monthly on Spotify, and the streaming numbers gonna go up because he's still involved in what's going on. And now they call him the Kendrick stimulus package.
Yeah, I didn't like that. We not gonna act like music was one of the most highly anticipated like albums that we was waiting for in hip hop. This album was teased all last year and it's supposed to come out last year. There was a whole meme talking about, oh, Carti didn't give y'all that album again, did he? This album was going to get played regardless of Kendrick or not. Now,
Facts.
obviously, there was some added people coming in because they want to listen to
Because of
Kendrick.
Kendrick. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Top Five Troy. He wouldn't have listened to this album if it wasn't no Kendrick on here. But because Kendrick was on here, he has something to talk about, criticize, which I understand. I'm not mad at that point. But people acting like Kendrick is the one that was really just giving Carti these plays. Like Carti wasn't one of the best streaming rap artists of the last few years is insane to me.
Oh,
Especially just
the
him having 3 albums.
another point they like to use. Kendrick has nothing against gang members and people that done crimes. Most of his friends are gang members. He had them on his albums before. I'd be like, bro, if you go back to Kendrick early work, he'll be like, yo, bro, I want to get out this life.
Good Kid, Mad City.
Come on, man.
B, are we not listening to the same music?
Institutionalized. Like, do they listen to the music?
No, they don't. They listen to it
Kendrick
just to
is
say that they listen to it.
B. Kendrick is their savior in their eyes. He tell them that, but they don't believe it. They like, you are our savior. Kendrick, don't
Yeah.
say that. You
I've
are
been
our
saying that.
savior.
I've been saying that. That CB, we finally coming around. I've been saying that on the show, B. I've been saying that. I was like,
It's
you
because
guys
B, I'm a
putting him on
Kendrick
this moral
fan,
pedestal.
but B, I've been a Kendrick fan, but I never felt this way. I never looked at people like this because I'm a Kendrick fan. That's why I'm saying, like, and they cut. Oh, another thing they running with B, it's the casuals and it's the Drake fans. We are not just Drake fans here. We're actually fans of Kendrick Lamar music and also fans of hip hop music. And we just call in how we see it. You guys stop making excuses, what y'all used to doing. I want a lot of you fans of Kendrick Lamar that on YouTube right now, give me 5 things that you don't like about Kendrick Lamar. Like just criticize them or something that you don't like. They won't even do it because they scared to lose fans. I watch their videos and watch them tiptoe around the subject of Kendrick Lamar. They don't want to have a hint of criticism. They be scared because that's a lot of their fan base, bro. And y'all won't out here. Y'all got to get out here and have just have the conversations and talk, bro. Like, don't be scared. Y'all doing it the easy way. We can get on here and glaze Kendrick, talk bad about Drake, and we probably have 5,000 subs right now. But no, we don't. We come here, people. If we talk about these guys, we get people that like, oh, y'all just this, y'all that Drake stands, blah blah blah, Kendrick this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, but look, you wouldn't go check out and click that Kendrick Lamar Pimp a Butterfly review. You won't go click that and watch
Or
us
the Mr. Morale
talk
one
about
that
how
he did.
Artemis Morale and talk about how much we appreciate him as a rapper and how much we love this album. But these are some thoughts that we have about him as a hypocrite in the music. This is nothing outside. We don't know what he do in his life. We talking about what he's saying in the music.
Mhm.
That's all it is. That's all we talking about right now. And yes, it is valid to me. These points are valid. Dumb had a dope video. Top 5 had a dope video. Really valid points. And hey, put his foot to the fire as well.
Yeah, it's time to criticize him now because it's like, dog, like, and then the worst part. Well, he said all this in Mr. Morale, so it gives him a pass for everything.
B, I'm gonna kill that man, and I go kill that man. He told y'all he was gonna kill that man, so y'all shouldn't arrest him. like, what? Come on, bro. Like, get out of here. It is so
We
weird.
just really gotten to the point of hip hop to where we're deifying rappers.
And also
making them beauty.
This is going to stem from just like we've been having this discussion since last year. The discourse of hip hop is ruined. The conversation, this beef ruined. Like we're having talks about right now, we're even talking about Kendrick hypocrisy because people won't even like accept it. Oh, they are fighting back people saying it. That's weird to me. If y'all agree with it that he's won, why y'all just can't agree with our points? Why y'all upset? Why y'all getting upset? But then now I look like I'm upset. Let me lower my tone. Let me lower my tone. But I'm just saying, bro, like this rap beef, like you were saying in the get-go, B, it became their personalities. It became worse, B. It became way worse than when you used to say it. It's so far gone now. And it's leaking out to people like, bro, y'all gonna understand that y'all gonna look back at this or in the present in a few more months. I believe that a lot of people for the switch their tune about this beef and how it affected the discourse of hip hop, especially hip hop YouTube and hip hop Twitter. Like we can't even have discussions about another artist's music without another artist being popped up no more. Like I can't talk about Kendrick music without thinking about Drake. I can't talk about a Drake album. You can't post a stat from a Drake album, his newest album, without, oh, but Luther's still number one.
That's all hip hop is now focused on. The big three done made hip hop boring, B.
Hey, we said it a while ago, bro. And last week we had a discussion about who is the next up. We should have these talks. We need to be looking for the next people to take this place because we don't want to have a 50-year-old. We don't want to be talking about 50-year-old Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole. J. Cole just hit 40. We got 10 more years of this. Come on. We need some more people to get into the music and tap in.
I'm not trying to be like them old Jay-Z and Nas fans, still talking about Ether to this day and the takeover.
Facts.
I'm not trying to like
this one. Yeah, I'm not need to be. I think this is a really good conversation. Provoke some emotion, some real thoughts that we've been having. And it's more conversations that we like to start. We don't really like to talk about Kendrick and Drake like that. But I'm seeing a lot of these people chilling with money. Oh, this is all I want to talk about. Anytime Kendrick pop up, y'all, girl, all you talk about is Kendrick and freaking Drake. That's all you talk about.
What about that one hip hop page that can't like never have just Drake or Kendrick within the thumbnail? I forgot its name.
But it's like somebody hip hop or something.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, like bro, like this is y'all whole pages. I know this beef saved lives. This beef fed people. Maybe y'all have a side business about Drake hate. That's y'all side business, Drake hate. Drake hate on the side. You know what I'm saying?
It's a booming business.
So, it's a booming business, B. You know
and Kendrick Glaze.
Kendrick Glaze is also. Oh yeah, that's another one. D-Rod and Kendrick is another side business of theirs as well. It brings in a little, got a little income from that as well. You know what I'm saying? Just riding it. You know what I'm saying? A little rider.
Let's not forget though, B, the genius of Kendrick Lamar and the PlayStation controller, and the NPC movements he was doing at the Super Bowl. Let's not forget about that, B.
Like that's that weirdo deleted, bro. Hey, yo, come on, bro. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, all you guys, none of you guys can be objective most of the time.
Yeah, come on.
There's only a few of y'all that can be objective. That's why there's only like 3 to 4 hip hop pages I watch now, even though one of them really isn't hip hop. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I watch them just to see if they trying to start some conversations to get some ideas. We could just talk about it. I like to listen to other people and they have a good idea. I want to talk about it here just to build it around. Like, yeah, our community not big, but maybe it can branch off and somebody bigger can hear it. I like to just, oh, we have some dope conversations, man. That's all I like to have. And I'm listening to these people, and a lot of the conversations is based around like Kendrick, Drake. That's
Drake is
about
the
it.
devil. Kendrick is the savior of hip hop.
He's
Even
the
though
good.
Kendrick,
It's the good and the evil. B. Kendrick's the good. Drake's the evil. You know,
you're on the side,
Kendrick's the water. Drake's the fire. It's like I'm like, bro, what are y'all doing, bro? It's not that deep.
especially in this day and age, I say something like that one guy on Twitter. He said, that's this is how you know this is a classic because it was,
Mhm.
GNX was still on top of the charts. I said, I don't need numbers to tell me if an album was good or not. Him, shut up,
Facts.
you owl. I'm like, what the? I'm like, what does this even come from? Do I prefer Drake? Obviously, yes, but I'm not gonna say like that to tear down Kendrick. Even I'll say the same thing about Drake. I don't need numbers to tell me if this album is fire or not. I
Yeah,
don't
and
know.
like with me, I'm like when it comes to like musically, I think Kendrick is just overall better than Drake to me and for me. But if I'm a
Mhm.
but I probably will listen to Drake more because it's more accessible. And what's the problem with that? If I just want to play some music sometime in the background or something like that, like what's the problem with hip hop being not so intellectual all the time? Because they'll say like, "Oh, y'all just don't want to listen to stuff. Y'all don't want to read." I'm like, "What? Y'all gotta understand, bro. Hip hop wasn't ain't built off that. It's the party. It's about the dancing. Like you got to think about all this. This stuff is a part of hip hop. You can't burn the party down from this because And then they kind of break it down to this too. Be they was talking about. I think it was a deleted video. He was like, Kendrick's talking. Y'all comparing pedophilia with domestic violence. I'm like, bro, how are we comparing it? Y'all don't got evidence that Drake is a dealer. Like, what is y'all talking about? Y'all actually believe it now? Y'all believe it? And then y'all say allegedly. No, bro. Y'all believe it? It's not. Y'all don't have no evidence of that. Like, come on, bro. Are we being serious? It's just weird. It's just weird. It's just weird.
I'll close this conversation off. B with Glasses Malone said that snitching is worse than kid diddling.
Snitching. He said that, bro. And everybody not a
I
snitch
think
because
I have,
everybody not in the streets.
but
Everybody
B,
not in the streets.
what Drake is doing with the UMG lawsuit, way worse than actually kid diddling. That's Glasses Malone said that. I hope I had that. I hope I had the screenshot somewhere because I actually screenshotted the tweet myself.
But
I
Drake
saw
not
him.
snitching. We all saw
Well,
Kendrick beat his ass in a battle.
yeah, yeah. That's the worst part. The teachers was watching, like, dang, like, ooh, no one stepped in to try and stop it or anything. This wasn't no
Facts.
Jay Prince situation where he stopped it, where he quote unquote stepped into the Pusha T and
Yeah.
Drake thing and
We don't get
stopped
in the
it.
mud. We don't get in the mud with the pigs.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of you Kendrick Glazers, and I'm saying Kendrick Glazers, Kendrick stands, not the people who are fans that could be objective. I'm talking about the
Hmm.
people who only see like Kendrick as this god MC to where he could do no wrong. Y'all are corny. And
Very corny,
aiming
bro.
it at y'all because y'all are the ones that are making the content. I have not seen a single Drake Glazer making content, doing YouTube videos and stuff like that. That's just me though. I
And
haven't seen them make content. All I see them is on Twitter. When it comes to actual conversation being had on YouTube, they usually Kendrick Glazers. Which if you prefer Kendrick, cool. I don't care. But when you're glazing him, when you think he's the best thing that ever happened in hip hop, that's different.
best thing since sliced bread, B.
Mm,
Oh, excuse me.
but yeah.
Boy, I swear, if they was in a bathroom with Kendrick, boy, they gonna want to hold it. They gonna be like
Facts.
that. Let
Can I
me
take
hold it,
turns?
Kendrick. Hey, no, let me hold it, Kendrick, just like that. Yeah. Hey, I need that alien in my hand, Kendrick. Come on, K Dot. Come on, K Dot. Just like that, K Dot. Like, come on, bro. Can I hold it like that? You like that? Is that good for you? Get out of here, bro. They some nut huggers and
Hmm.
shaft grabbers.
Hmm.
Get up
Yeah,
out of here,
at
bro.
least with the fan base with some of these littles and some of these newer rage artists, they be telling them straight up. They be like, "Hey, yo, so and so's about to drop. Oh, that ish was whack." They'll say it. I'm like,
Hmm.
all right, I can respect that standism. You gonna say it straight
Hmm.
up if it's whack? Because look, there is no middle for them. It's either fire or it's whack. So I
Hmm.
respect that. Kendrick Glazers, just Glazers in general, most of the time. Oh, this
Mr.
is the
Morale's
best
gonna
thing.
look at Mr. Morale's gonna be looked at different after this battle. No,
Yeah.
I'll go back to the album and I don't like it as much. It's just
Nah, people still try to
sonically
say
it's
it's a
not
classic
palatable.
B.
Like
They still try to say it's
personal
a
to
classic
them.
B.
It be to them.
I just don't see it. Good Kid, Mad City to Pimp a Butterfly. Maybe Dang if you want to make a stretch. I don't
Section
know.
80 is better than that. Come on, man.
I
I
agree.
prefer the Kendrick Lamar EP over Miss Morale. I'm not even gonna lie.
I prefer everything else
Ain't
besides
over,
Kendrick
ain't
Lamar. Besides,
overly dedicated.
yeah, I prefer everything besides. To me, Mr. Morales is my least favorite Kendrick project.
Kendrick, yeah, facts.
But yeah, I
It's the
don't know.
worst Kendrick project.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be like you. You'll say
yeah,
that easy.
yeah. I'll say that
Don't
easy.
mean it's bad, but it's the worst.
Yeah, it is. But
Facts.
y'all let us know what y'all think about this conversation down in the comment section down below. That's
Mhm.
about it, B. You guys a tweet to close us out for this week?
Man, I ain't got a I only got on Twitter today, really, kind of. I don't really got no tweet, bro. But I just say, you guys just hop off them nuts. You know what I mean? Hop on them noochies. Ride your own nuts a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all I got to
Only
say, B.
only tweet I have to talk about is a Pinky appreciation tweet I saw this weekend. I was like, okay.
My new favorite is I don't know if she been putting out content, but Janice, bro, dark
Heart?
skin joint. Remember I told you I was gonna pull up
Heart.
to her?
Yeah,
Yeah,
nasty bastard. I put the goon aside guy. He put it
I'm
up on the
definitely
card.
I'm definitely a goon. She wild, bro. She be feeding the streets though. She be
Yeah, she
feeding the
was on some
streets.
podcast with some guy recently. I think his name was something Lou. I don't know.
Yeah. B-Lou? Not
Maybe.
B-Lou. B-Lou.
No, not that one from Zia
Nah,
Simone. It
not
was some
B-Lou.
other Lou
I know you're
dude.
talking about. It's another Lou. I forgot. I think he used to be in the NFL. I think I know you're
Okay,
talking
I
about.
didn't know he was. I was like, he looked like a
Yeah,
big guy though.
yeah.
But yeah. I don't know. Let us know
Nah.
what y'all think about today's
But shout
episode
out to
down in the
her,
comment
bro.
section down below. You nasty bastard. Let us know what you think about today's episode down in the comment section down below. As usual, make sure you like, subscribe if y'all haven't already. Check out all of our socials and the artist submission in the description down below. The link will be down there. Timestamps as usual. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube for the daily clips and to see our YouTube exclusive series, Dark Sage Interlude, and Let's Have the Conversation. But that's been about it for another episode of Beyond Beats and Culture. My name is Chase the Dark Sage.
I'm out.
Peace.
Peace.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.